everybody, and welcome to PlayStation Tournaments Fight Nights for Dragon Ball FighterZ. I am Jake Ryan, joined by the wonderful, the illustrious Ringe. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing dang good now that we are going to be casting some Dragon Ball FighterZ, Jake Ryan. You know how it is, man. The Cali connection is back at it once again. Blessed to be here on PlayStation for the PlayStation Tournament Fight Nights as well. Kicking it off with the Dragon Ball FighterZ. We got a bunch of fighting games that are part of this lineup, but you know we got to get it cracking with one of the best games in the business right now. So, Jake, tell me how you feeling, man.
I'm feeling fantastic. I know we're going to see a little bit of the character behind me right here. Blue Gogeta, very popular, top tier character, top of the table. We got some top tier players here because our top 8 has already been determined for this bracket, but we're going to tell you a little bit how this format is going to go down. So first things first, there's obviously 8 players who have made their way into this tournament. Open qualifiers led to the top 8. This is a double elimination with a traditional tournament style until we get to the winners finals and losers finals. So it'll be 2 out of 3 the entire way there, or best of 3, and then the top 3 is going to be best of 5. But they're not only fighting for bragging rights, they're fighting for a little bit more, Ringe.
Indeed, they are. That prize pool, you can see the way it's split down the top 4 of the list. So all of our elite players are going to cash out with some prizing today. It's going to be a good look, of course, with the first place being 200, second with the 150, third 100, and 450 to end it. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Of course, Fight Nights putting some money in the players' pockets. They're bringing their skills to put on display. That's how we like it here in the fighting game community.
Yeah, the skills are definitely going to be refined here too, because like we said, these are the top 8 players that qualified from the open bracket. And we're going to get a look at that bracket right now too, because there is a nice spread of players here. A lot of Mexico representation, as well as I'm not sure if that's the same Hikari that we know from the East Coast, but Hikari the Avenger versus Ryukin 52. Yeah, Mike Che versus Captain Orte 16. These are all names that like I'm not used to seeing as well, so this is always going to be new. And on the bottom side, Super Juan 00. Is that like Super Baby 2, but the Spanish version? Danny MZT 95, and then Hakashin. I feel like that is like that's a Grand Kai kind of name right there, versus Boyka OSC. All great players here that have made it to this top 8, and you know, I can't really have a standout who's going to come out on top for today.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's going to be the Wild West, to say the least, when it comes to the results and exactly who's going to be able to come out on top. Like you said, if it is the Hikari that we're expecting, then he is the one we are most familiar with. But really, I mean, anything can happen, right? It's PlayStation Tournament Fight Nights. That's one of the beautiful things about competition and fighting games. It's the any given Sunday here on this, was it Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday aspect of it. I've lost count of my days, but it doesn't matter, because all that does matter is that Dragon Ball FighterZ. And I know all these players here looking to get their slice of the prize, and they need to get in the top 4 to do so. So they're looking to sharpen their skills and make sure they are on point today.
Yeah, very important that they perform well in these first games, because everybody starts out in winners for this top 8 bracket, not typical to a traditional top 8 bracket. So getting that first win automatically puts you in a 1 game away from being in that prize pool, and you want to be in that comfortable position. It would be terrible to get 5th once you've made it this far and then go home with zip. Nada. So we have to see who comes out on top. Are we going to see top tier teams? I know that a lot of people have been experimenting with Ginyu lately and a lot of different synergies. We're getting to, I'd say, a point of critical meta mass where we're seeing Fusion's X Lab Coat on a lot of teams, but there's still creativity that has been shining. I mean, on the West Coast, we have the likes of Garlic Bread playing the Super Baby 2, also playing the Ginyu. You have Tatsuna Cole playing the Ginyu and Jiren and getting great results. You have a lot of Krillin players over here as well, and across the world. So I want to see how they rock up the roster and show us how they can change up the gameplay, or we can see the tried and true Gogeta Blue with the other 2, and we're good.
I think we're going to get a mix of both, and when something becomes so heavily dominated by certain choices in the meta, like we see with like Fusions and Lab Coat, it takes a little bit of time, but we do see the mad scientists end up coming with a lot of counterplay, right? It does take a little while for it to hatch and really blossom into something that these fusion players, the top ones, really have to worry about. But it's starting to get to that point now, as you said, with the Ginyus, with the Jirens, all kinds of stuff that people, Zane always showing out, the Zamasu and whatnot, right? So there's all these players that definitely come up with their own answers. And one of the cool things about that, right, is that they're going to have the experience advantage in the sense that they're going to be used to fighting against the fusions, while not a lot of players are going to be able to provide that practice with these underutilized characters that in the level that they're going to be using at top level.
Oh, beyond the truth right there. I definitely had that exact experience at Evo playing against a Videl player. And Videl definitely caught me off guard. And it does look like this is the Hikari that we're expecting, as you can see there. The Gogeta 4, Vegito, and 21. It may be the lab coat variant, but again, very strong team. Also plays the blue Gogeta, or what would be determined as the Yasha team. We're going to take a look at their opponent real quick as well, because Hikari would definitely be my favorite for the tournament here. Ryuken.
Straight up, he's got two protagonist names, really, Ryu and Ken, letting you know what's good. And he's got the Gogeta to start it off, and a Vegeta and Android 17. This is like a protagonist type team as well, and definitely some characters that we're used to seeing, but I don't think in this trifecta. So hopefully Ryu can show us some sauce, especially with that blue Vegeta, which I know a lot of people still don't have that super top level experience if you got the skills on them.
True, and I mean, we're going to be seeing Ryu play at Thunderstruck as well. I remember seeing them in the bracket. They're actually in the path of Zane, and that will be a part of the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour. So really exciting to see. This can be a precursor to see how Ryu does against one of the best players on the East Coast, because they're going to have to be fighting the best player on the West Coast once they go to that tournament, which is the form of Zane. But you got to beat the East before you beat the rest, because the West will be coming later. But Hikari versus Ryuken, the first match. I'm excited to see what assists are being used on the side of Ryuken, because obviously you want to go for the red Gogeta B assist, but are you opting to go for the B assist from blue Vegeta, or are you opting to use the A assist? Because the Big Bang attack is one of the strongest defensive assists. It's just really interesting to use, and it has like 65 frames of block stun once it hits you.
Yeah, and usually when we see these type of team compositions that are a little bit unorthodox, a little outside the box, they tend to go all the way deep into that jar, right? And you see the assist that people aren't necessarily just gravitating towards on the shallow end of things. You really see when these players kind of have that experience on the character. They've tried the differences, they tried the chemistry so much that they might have something, especially with that B assist, as you mentioned, just being so unorthodox, could definitely provide some problems. And then the Android 17 as well, definitely something that could always make you second guess your decisions on offense. And that's always something that is really great in fighting games, to make your opponent just hesitate for a second is so powerful.
Yeah, and it also baits their reactions as well. You put them into a false sense of security where it is their turn. You have been trained and domesticated to press the 5L here and hold this L, because there's a barrier right in front of you. It's quite difficult, because you have to be so cognizant of your opponent's assists, you have to be so cognizant of their strings, and you have to be looking for the perfect opportunities, because you can get real tricky, especially with the two assists of the Big Bang attack and the barrier call from 17. I remember from season 1, calling Big Bang Dragon Rush. You're looking at the pretty lights, you should have been looking at my character. We're going to be looking at this match pretty soon. Obviously, I do give the edge over to Hikari here. I have watched Ryu play quite a bit, but Hikari has had strong performances across multiple tournaments. Obviously, didn't get to see them perform at Evo, so it's going to be exciting to see how they play against the side of Mexico. And we're getting into it right now. Oh, yeah.
Hikari and Ryuken. Ooh, I like this. Both with the SSJ4 to start it off, getting real funny with it, and he's just going in. Hit Android 17 and then snuffed your own fusion on the way in.
Yeah, and again, super dash, super neutral, gets the pickup right there. Ryuken actually going to be on the left side, so we'll get those names switched really quick. So Hikari has been the one getting the open ups here. Wow. Catch on the auto combo. Absolutely love to see it.
Most definitely Hikari knocking him down here. Ooh, looking for the safe jump setup. Have the assist on deck, just goes with the auto combo all the way through. Can't pick it up, but finds the combo anyway.
Yeah, ABC 1, 2, 3, and I like that too. The H caught the raw tag right there, so you're not able to escape for free on that stagger. Finally, utilizing the spark to try to escape, maybe looking for a super dash to go for double overhead. You have to look for it. There it is.
Oh. Yeah, Hikari, again, it's that awkward rhythm that Android 17 assist kind of presents, right? It's hard to know when to take your turn back. Got caught slipping a little bit. Now Ryuken gonna raw into the SSJ4. What we doing next?
Yeah, this 50-50 is terrifying. You can go for universal fuzzy, double dash overhead, double dash low. Goes for the spark bait, but the reflect comes out on the side of Akari. Love to see that. And because he's in sparking, double overhead, get the red monkey off the screen.
And that's classic, man. That's a low post move right there. Just fundamentals at this point when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Gotta watch out for it. But Akari definitely, it's something that you can catch a lot of people with when it comes to them showing respect to their opponent, right? You're maybe looking for a layer 2 type option, and you just get hit by the layer 1.
Yeah, and I like that a lot too from the side of Akari on defense, because you said a good fundamentals. Oh no! Oh my God, he just reset him 3 times. I couldn't even focus on my point anymore because he mixed him out of his shoes and then mixed him again and a 3rd time. Jesus Christ.
You talk about lost in the sauce. That literally happened to you at that point. My man just had lost what he was trying to talk about, because Akari was looking lethal, looking bloodthirsty, honestly, just trying to reset him to get the kill as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that was a meter efficient resets, we would say. Oh, but the backdash sword in the air, pretty interesting from the side of Ryuken. Can proceed to 50-50 back to back to back here. But you have to be so careful because Labco can obviously spin to win. Oh my God, 2M does connect. You're dead.
Oh my goodness, the red bottoms covered in blood.
And it's so difficult now too, because Akari, you know, you get hit by 1-5M on the side of Ryuken. That's a dead red Gogeta. Oh my God, the super jump jab, the hitbox, so strong. But no, you can't drop those.
Oh no, he tried to get Froggy as soon as he landed Akari. Getting out of dodge for now. Still not going to be able to kill though. Ryuken has another chance here.
Doesn't off the level 3. No. You know what's hilarious about that too? Because he completely down-teched, he gave him the same level 3 Oki.
Yeah.
He literally gave him the left-right 50-50 with no, he said, I didn't even have to spend the bars and you down-tech? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. That's rough. You can't, like, that's the thing player at Akari's level is going to realize. If you put yourself into that tech situation and let your opponent just force you to down-tech, they get to mix you. It's a hard knockdown now. Guess what? Time to mix.
Yeah, exactly. You can vary your knockdown timing so greatly in this game, but if you just hold down for a long time, like you said, it's pretty much the same mix. You're just down there forever. And now Akari gonna apply that pressure. Ooh, what a great idea on defense. Ryuken getting frisky with it.
Yeah, and that was really good from Ryuken too, picking up that hit before the Vegito assist became active, because if Akari was able to block that cross-up, you were smoked. It's my turn again. Oh, and you're dead, Akari. Now Ryuken with the lead, feeling good here. As long as you don't drop it, I'm sorry.
And again, it was that sequence instead of Android 17, right? Just kind of catching Akari, not knowing what to do. Ryuken now should be able to cash out nice and easy. And this is a good way to bounce back after that first L.
Yeah, you have to be able to have that composure, especially in this first match. You know, you can't look at the nameplate sometimes in games. You have to just understand that you're playing the game at hand. Doesn't matter how many achievements that player has. You got to fight them and just show them that you also have that caliber play in your name.
Yeah, exactly. There's a line when it comes to showing respect to high-level players. My man couldn't quite get close enough. Right there, Lab Code 21 looking to even this game up. And it is Akari 1-0 over Ryuken, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Akari did win the first game. And now winning that interaction on Oki as well. So definitely was in the lead of Ryuken that entire time, but Akari quickly equalizing that. Interesting pass. That was such a good raw tag.
Yeah, definitely Akari. I thought he had some time right there, but a little bit tough given the circumstances, and just got caught flinching once again. Ryuken, not enough meter here to kill yet.
With the full extent, yeah, no, it's not going to be enough, especially after that. And the barrier keeps you safe again. Akari played this character for the longest time and still does, getting caught by the shenanigans. It's really interesting.
The barrier is too good, bro. Like, even when you played the character, it's just so annoying to deal with. It makes you play so differently, but just outside the spark range, getting punished heavily for it. With all the meter in the bank, you can invest and feel free about your purchases.
Oh, yeah, that kill was $3.99 right there. Built more than 2 bars. And it's a one-touch situation here. That was a cross-up after. What do you mean? The 5M beat at the super dash there. You gotta be kidding me. Akari popping off now. Oh, man.
Storm bomb into the level 3. Now Akari 1 mix away. This is 2 out of 3 till finals as well. So Ryuken's life on the line here in the winner's bracket. Man, she ain't going nowhere. Chases down the up tech, and this is going to be a finale.
Yeah. I love how 17 has to exclaim, what the hell is this power? That's the power of Hikari right there. The power of the lab coat stomp. 2-0. You know, it did look good for Ryuken in that second game, was able to get the point war lead, but then after that, not really that much momentum generated. Hikari was able to stabilize and really just ran him over with the lab coat. And it's hard, especially with the anti-reflex strings that she has, the way that she can blow up Super Dash. And just really blowing up Ryuken there. We're going to be able to see Ryuken a little bit more in loser's side. But yeah, Hikari, you know, moving on to the winner's semifinals, 1 game away from being guaranteed top 3 and in the money. So what we would expect from Hikari, and, you know, playing a different team online here. So I like to see the red Gogeta instead of the blue Gogeta, because there's just so much neutral presence from that character. And you can just smother your opponents, especially with Lab Coat and Vegito in the back.
Yeah, I think when it comes to how many variables there are with online play and just the connection issues and whatnot, it is a good way to stabilize a lot of what could happen, right? And not only just with the online play, but also with the teams that you're going to be facing.
Oh,
like we said, right? Like with the blue Vegeta and these unorthodox type things, you're going to want something that's just a bit more, not even flow charty, but able to shut down stuff with less risk, right? You want as much reward as possible for as little risk as possible. And that's kind of what the red Gogeta gives him. And just in general, you can see the way he was playing was definitely neutral based, not wanting to stick his neck out on the line a lot, just rather let the assist, a strong fundamental versus play, and let the assist do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, the simple and clean gameplay. Use my privileged normals and my privileged assists. That's how we're going to come out on top. And these players are going to show us who moves forward in the bracket here. Mike Che, 33 from Arizona. Hey, we got some AZ representation in the bracket. Love that. Shout outs to everybody who plays in that region. Yeah, and that is a Wawa variant of a team right there. Builds a massive amount of meter, and you just get to level 7 on Gohan as fast as possible. I'm really excited to see how this plays out and what assists are going to be used. And who is our opponent for today for Mike Che? Captain Ori, and we're talking about teams. That's Gish right there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Gish in the building right now. That's a scary team, bro. Lab Coat, backed by the 18, backed by Janemba, all nasty characters. If you're not ready, you're going to be in the grave real quick.
Yeah, that is like, this is a team that I see like end game Shanks playing. I'm not gonna lie, because he's played all 3 of these characters at a point. I don't think he's played Lab Coat because he just likes Cell more, but this is definitely a team that is so dang strong. I hate playing against 18, not only from the likes of Kasuga, but we have a player in Cali, and his name's Kuro Seraph, and he plays 18 Krillin and then Blue Gogeta right now, and that team is disgusting. Not even using the barrier assist on 18, but like what you can do with that character on point is actually, it's criminal. It's just criminal. I hate it.
I can't remember. Somebody, one of the Dragon Ball players is an OB that is just like this. We need to ban 18.
Yes,
like,
yes. Obi continually tweets. Shout outs to Obi Assassin, but Obi literally tweets at Kasuga and says, "Stop the cap. You're full of it. This character is busted, broken." And you know what? I agree. This character is ridiculous. The character has the best level 3 Oki in the game. Has a barrier that she can call and get an immediate punish full screen. Too many good things. Too many good matches. And it's such a good Tuesday. It's not blow up Tuesday except for the players in the losers bracket today. We're getting into our second match of the night.
Indeed it is. Fight Night here on PlayStation. We got the Dragon Ball fighters in the building. Get you! Oh, we didn't even see my man's that mixed us. Backed with the Janemba and the Lab Coat back there. Oh my, this team got even more nasty, bro.
That is the Gish special right there. I did bring up the Ginyu right here. And this is one of the players that I definitely noticed that was going to play it. Gish has had the Ginyu on deck, and this is where the party gets started. It is just mental stack and mental mixture.
Me and the goons run in your pockets. That's just how Ginyu gets down. The force is with him indeed.
You're dead. Oh my god.
Oh.
Two-touch city.
My goodness, rebelling Indeed, against this Empire, Mike Che already down a character.
Yeah, and this is so hard because even though he's utilizing the Ki Blast here, oh, Jace kept him safe, but he got the pickup on the Super Dash afterwards because of the UIB assist. Not a lot of people have been playing UI, but going back to the Jam Session assist, the Rising Heat has been a huge proponent of this character. Defensive assist, they're strong, and, you know, it's a little bit better than the Beam, and this is so much damage, my God.
I was going to say optimal raw attack punish right here. Extensions as well. We're going to get another level. No, we just need one for now. Ooh, sparked up. Yes, definitely trying to keep his momentum heavy.
Oh, that's good. Yep, doesn't have a low there on the side of Janemba. Goes for a bait here. It's so hard to get this open up here, but just gets caught, counter hit there. Maybe trying to go for a DP. Not exactly sure of the option, but paying off for Gish. Captain Rate very well.
I was going to say Janemba with the too much sauce ends up dropping the combo even for himself, but we picked it right back up with the lab code. We're going to get a second chance at it. And with all this meter now, Gish should have Mike down to one character.
Yeah, Sword on board. Gonna go ahead and end with the Ginyu. Probably only has the level 2 here. It feels good about the Ginyu on point too, because now with both those assists on, UI Goku doesn't really have a good Ki Blast game, and he has to heavily commit to get on Ginyu. And Gish doesn't care. He's just committing.
Yeah, man, Gish is like, this is 1v7 right now, fam. I don't have your confidence in your odds. Like, I'm sorry.
I got the whole goon squad in, all right? We came in, we got the groupie tickets. He woke up Jab.
He's showing them, like you said, he's committing right now. The respect that must be earned, and he has not done so yet.
All right, here comes the Ki Blast. You have to deal with that so well. Sparking's there, but it doesn't matter. Uh-oh. Watch for the cross-up. Nope, overhead connects. And Mike Che getting an opportunity to fight back. Stay alive.
Forward medium, the God, as per usual, is going to take one character down here. Gonna break with the sparks, gonna be no issue.
UI Goku overcoming the Ginyu. So less of a nuisance to deal with. Now it's a 2v1 instead of a 7v1.
The most important one down, in terms of numbers at least.
Oh my God. And that's the thing, like, I think Mike, you know, not having a lot of experience against Jemba, I'm not 100% sure, but you have to be so aware of that A assist, because anything you whiff in neutral, you will get punished for. This is so much damage. Guess per game.
Oh, command grabbing at level 3. Good luck, fam. Got all the meter in the world. Can Mike Che use it? Oh, does. Half a bar spent. Decent starter as well with the limit break, but not going to be enough. See how he sets up shop afterwards.
Yeah, off to level 3. Yeah, need the knockdown. One touch on the side of this gem, but you don't really get any Oki unless you spend the 1 bar to vanish. Let's see what he does. Could go for a left-right. Nope.
Oh, dashes all the way up in there. Oh, man, great defense on the side of Janemba right there.
No, oh my God, he caught the last frame of the teleport. Not teleport, the barrier just ran out. And now Captain Ore, Gish, down to the last character. This UI Goku is cooking.
Indeed, but no meter, I was going to say, is going to make it so much more difficult. Tries to commit to a super dash right there, gets sniped out for a Gish, comfortably securing the first game. And really, he had a chance, Mike Che, that is, sorry to cut you off. It was just that he didn't have any more meter. If he had meter, I had so much belief in the UI.
Yeah, he had to spend 2 of the level 3s, so he went from 7 bars to no bars, and that's just a little bit too much of a spend to make that comeback. And Gish keeping it together at the very end, getting the first hit once again. Mike Che might not be able to play Blue Gogeta in this set. That's what it's looking like so far.
What a professional round start from Gish right there. It just did light into assist and it connected. It was like, okay, easy confirm now. Very versus game professional play there.
Yes. Oh, nice. Full extension here. Doesn't have the spark anymore, so you can't follow up. Goes for a cheeky little reset right there. Could have just gone for the knockdown, but wanted to try to optimize and catch him slipping, and that's how you get caught slipping. Just waiting on the ground, feet glued to the floor. Should it kill here? Yeah.
The cement shoes, but he's the one that's going to be at the bottom of the sea.
Or stomp. Yep, level 2. And it was still a 2-touch, just took a little bit longer this time.
Yeah, exactly. Gish, I mean, if you get proper starters on this Ginyu, you melt real quick. And I mean, it seems like he's got great conversions. It looks a lot of the time that he's got the Oki down and just gets caught trying to move it. It's not your turn, fam.
Yeah, not allowed to fight back. And again, gets another full extension. Trying to maybe get a body swap here. Didn't have the meter. But again, that knockdown comes out huge. And now Gohan without a paddle. Sent swimming, sent packing. It's just Dad's turn to fight. And it's not Mr. Green, not your favorite dad.
Yeah, I don't know if Mike Che was inputting like a DP or a level 3, wanted something invincible, and just ended up getting clipped. But either way, down to one character again.
And so far, been really good about checking the super dashes on the side of Captain, but not able to get that one. Command grab does work out though, and you get another full extension. Goes for the body swap. Thought he had the wrong.
Oh, I didn't pick up where we left off. You know, was he expecting a different Ginyu Force member for that? Okay, I see.
Yeah, he was expecting Goldo, because if you have Goldo there, you get the stasis, and then you get to steal the body. But got Raccoon called in the wrong homie.
Dialed the wrong number. It happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes you gotta go bowling with cousin. What's his name from GTA 4?
I don't even know.
I can't remember. Either way. Oh, gets sniped with the jump S, but can't convert. That's unfortunate. You need to get the whole squad out of here. You should with this.
Yeah, easy 1-bar conversion off of that command grab right there.
Yeah,
no 2H.
Does get stomped out though. The ground bound stomp at his authority, to say the least. And Gish gonna be able to clean up here.
Level 1 does it, and there it is. Gish with a 2 over Mike Chase with 2 2-0s back to back so far at Fight Nights for Dragon Ball FighterZ. And Captain or Gish has showed us the power of Ginyu, the captain. A lot of good 2Hs there, but full screen super dashes. Mike Che was getting in a little bit. Still great fight so far from the UI Goku. We did get to see mostly the UI Goku get to play. Sadly, in their namesake in-game was Gogeta. We didn't get to see any of the blue Gogeta play, -1 offensive string, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. And I mean, Hikari and Gish, they were the 2 favorites in our quarterfinals matches to start, and they are the 2 players moving on in the winners bracket so far, right? I mean, just shows that these 2 players have been really grinding it out. It's a testament to the work they've put in here. And they were the favorites for a reason. You can see with 2-0 dominant performances both times, neither of them looking shaky, everything looking crisp and clean. It's what we've come to expect of players of the caliber.
Exactly. Especially at this top 8, you need to have that level of play, or else you're not going to be seeing the results, and you're not going to be able to get into that money. Like, these players are not only playing for the cash prize, but the notoriety. You want to be able to win these Fight Nights tournaments and have those bragging rights, and it's difficult. These players have been practicing just as hard as you, so you better show up or shut up, because the only language we speak here is hands.
Most definitely, bro. And that's what they're looking to deal out time and time again. And getting all those W's, dealing out those hands, it's all confidence builders as well, right? The Fight Nights, all of these tournaments are all leading into other things. The fighting game tournament circuit is a damn near 24/7 experience at this point for almost every game. So because of that, there's a lot of chances to get W's, a lot of chances to sharpen your iron, so to speak. And all those W's really build confidence and make these players perform super well at these big environments, right? Like we just saw, was a Nubenheimer take CEO top.
Oh, yeah.
First offline tournament, you know what I mean? And he's been an online monster for a long time. So it's just cool to see all these players grinding out as much as possible.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up myself, but you said it perfect, because, you know, the Dragon Ball FighterZ version of that would be Zayn going to his first offline tournament, the regional finals, getting top 4 in the world. Like, that's amazing. And then like you said, Nubenheimer, online warrior, like absolutely just crushing people with Nago, and is like, imagine if I played offline, and then just beats everybody. And that's what you can do. Like, anybody's open to enter these tournaments for Fight Nights, and you get that open bracket, you get to duke it out. And I love seeing that. I love it, because you see new faces and old, and that's what makes the community stronger, because you learn from your wins and you learn from your losses. So good stuff to those players so far. And we've got even more players in the bracket as well. We're going to take a look right now. As you can see, we are continuing to move forward. So it'll be Hikari versus Captain Nore or Gish. Gish is typically their tag, but I'm pretty sure they rock a alias on PSN. They must remain hidden. And then on the other side of the winners bracket, talk to me, Ringe. Talk to me.
Indeed, what we got? We got Super One going up against Danny MZT95 in the building, and then we got Hakashin going up against Buyaka in the building. It's gonna be good, Boyka. I just wanted to say Buyaka.
Buyakasha.
But it's going to be a good second half of the upper bracket as well, right? And again, this is going to be all 2 out of 3 till we get to that finals action, that winners, losers, and grands. Going to be 3 out of 5. But yeah, looking forward to it, man. Definitely some strong representation from Mexico again. I believe we got some of the United States reps in that second half of the quarterfinals as well. But we're going to start with Super Juan going up by Juniper as well, repping Mexico City. And we got classic. I really like two of these characters. I hate Vegito, but Cell and Gohan, two of my favorites from the beginning of the game, actually. So I'm still glad to see some big representation right here. Yes. And Vegito, I mean, despite my hatred for the character, I've grown accustomed to what he brings to the table at high level and respect anybody that puts him on the team.
Fair, honest, neutral, and defensive options on this character. You know, just very well balanced, adjusted character. And on the other side of this bracket, you have Super Juan versus Danny. Right here, Danny MZT 95, another staple from the Mexico community. I believe Danny was actually the, besides Mono Brawl, who went to the regional finals, Danny was the one who had the highest amount of points, if I'm not mistaken, but just was not able to be in attendance for the regional finals. So Mono Brawl was the one who attended. I may be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that's how the story went down. And Danny is a menace. I'm not sure if they're still playing the Go Tanks. There's a little bit of a bug going on with the character right now in their auto combo and some changes, but the Beyblade do be spinning very fast. Very fast. That thing is actually criminal. All right, I'm hitting corners at 90 and it's my car's not flipping. The only thing that's flipping is your neck because you got mix. We're gonna see who mixes it up now because, man, Danny versus Super Juan. It's alternative universe Super Noon, still playing Dragon Ball, no gear.
The initial G. Yeah, Go Tanks taking corners like that, spinning blocks. I understand, bro. Definitely a dangerous character. But we're gonna see. Hopefully, we get to see some Cell. These players, but not both players. Not better lie to me, bro. I'll take one, but I can't get betrayed by both of them. But definitely looking forward to this next one, right? Still in the winners bracket side of things, so we got chances to prove ourselves here, get nice and warmed up before that safety net gets taken away in the losers bracket side of things. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to both of these. And I want to see that Vegito's in the back end. That Vegito assist is such a menace. Like you said, fair and honest, neutral as a point character, and that assist as well is just, I mean, neutral in a box, to be honest. Like where the character actually is to prevent the assist from coming out is so difficult to get to. It's just such a safe thing to call. The hit stun is ridiculous. Easy conversions all day, every day. And yeah, I mean, it is definitely one of the primary things that has led so many players to success in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, defensive, offensive, DP, combo, assist. Everything you need all in one box. I can't believe it's not Bombo. Ready and available. But yeah, I mean, if they both don't pick Cell, it is definitely a top 10 Ringe anime betrayals because they have them. They have them right there. There's two of them. Oh!
Okay.
Oh, no betrayals. All right.
I was gonna say it's not like at Evo where they skipped the screen at first. We had to run it back.
Shambles. We were in
like, shambles. You picked this specifically to let the crowd rock, and then you just skipped it.
I'll never forgive Legendary Pred. Never forget.
Too excited, you know, first time on the big stage of Evo at the release. Been on a lot of big stages besides that. But Super Juan out here to strike first blood with the Cell Mirror match to start off, chasing down the up tech, and just classic stuff right there. Take a drag and rush.
Yeah. And again, both these players from the side of Mexico, so we're gonna have a hopefully some, you know, familiarity before these players. That was such a good reflect. Excuse me.
Right. That's right. I knew the guard cancel was going with, and I had the reflect ready. Frame one, taking advantage of the speed.
Sick. Yep, nice. Oh, and running the actually Android 21C assist.
I like that. Bring a little bit of different stuff to the table right there. Ends up getting the chicken block off, but that means you lock down. Lovely defense, though. Oh, except the elbow drop. Most electrifying move in Dragon Ball Entertainment.
From the top rope, definitely broke the dome piece. That was Lab Coat 21, all right? All is fair in love and war against the androids, okay?
You can't treat them like normal species, you know what I'm saying? They have enhancements.
Again, the C assist comes out. Double dash, double IAD, and Danny gets first blood right here. Gonna be taking down the Cell with the Lab Coat. I like that, you know, get Cell in the back. Feel pretty good about the C assist packing with the Cell assist as well.
I caught looking at the stars on the first instant air dash. Show you some lights and get you confused real quick. But speaking of that C assist, coming through with the big combo that time.
Yep. And this can potentially be a one-touch situation now if we get the right starter on the side of Danny. Like, a lot of room to optimize there, but the guard cancel gets him out of dodge.
Yeah, he was relying on that 5L, but my goodness, going right back to the Dragon Rush. Let's get it popping. Super Juan here, good amount of meter, but still, you have to get another hit on Danny to put this lab coat away. Now, this Danny Spark here.
I mean, you may be looking for the spark bait. You may just be looking for the mix-up. Try to go for the spark bait, but didn't have the timing correct there. Got to pick up anyways, but no!
No meter to convert at that point. My man's was broken, Danny. Not on that side of things. Plenty of meter to his name. Use that last bit of sparking to open him up as well. Great stuff. Should be getting this lab coat out, perhaps, just because she's mad injured. No, going with the level 3.
Opting to go for it. I mean, I like the idea here because the next touch is going to kill. You have more potent mix with the lab coat. You keep the assist up on the cell, but that was what a wake-up option.
No, yeah, can you believe that? I would have been instantly tilted right there, coming through with the overhead. Had the follow-up this time, and again, Danny not gonna let this one escape him. 1-1-1 should be it.
Yeah, putting the cell out on point this time. I mean, did have the option to put out the 21, but didn't choose to. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe opts to like really likes to have that C assist in the back because of how much potential it gives you to mix, and we just saw it right there as well.
Exactly right. Like that second hit of the C assist with a tail going upwards, it's just such a high hitbox that it chases down a lot of people just holding up on defense, and it presents Danny with a cell mix up on the ground. What a way to dodge that. That was ridiculous.
That was a perfect attack. No one else has it. It low crushed the guard cancel.
Nah, that was the cancel into the EX perfect attack to avoid the guard cancel vanish. I've never seen that.
That's insane. It was really good. Very good game from the side of Danny right there against Super Juan. So gonna be moving into this next one.
Does that happen a lot? You watch more Dragon Ball than I do. Does that happen a lot?
It can happen with special moves. Obviously, like Cell, when he does, it was light perfect attack. I don't even think it was EX. It'll just move you forward just enough. It happens with Gogeta as well in certain positions where you go for Rekka or Lariat on red or Rekka on blue. So you'll just sit there with your guard cancel and die. You just EX die. Spend a bar to lose the game.
That was wow. That was definitely a great awareness from Danny. Just the players of Dragon Ball have become so damn good at the game. Trying to get you flinching. Ooh, yeah, set up shot with the assist and the super dash, and we don't want to take that mix.
Super dash 50-50, but gets avoided real quick. Again, lock down the staircase. That is adult Gohan.
Man, definitely has ways to take you from the skies to the ground, from all the way to the heavens to hell. So let's see.
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested that he didn't do level 1, level 1, level 1. I mean, the super damage is low on the adult Gohan, but I thought he could have killed her.
Yeah. Just try to bet it on one more mix, but he doesn't actually bet correctly. Man, Danny got the 21 lab coat in, and now going to be setting up shot big time. 6 meters on deck, and we're going to spin 3 to make him guess for the character.
Yep, has the cell B assist in the back. We'll see how this goes. What's the mix? Spin to win. Oh, no, it actually is the A assist, and that was empty jump low after the IAD. Big mix-up opportunity. Not going to kill here, but another one-touch situation. Super Juan is bleeding.
Knockdown once again. Yeah, just taking the OTG stomp. Overhead is just follow up with the C variation, and it's going to be a dead cell.
Yep, keep her in level 1. And now Danny in firm control of this game. No spark on the side of Super Juan. Has a level on the adult Gohan, so can at least ultimate back attack and feel comfortable there. But this is so hard, and what a key blast into the Vegito assist. Great pickup. How do you opt to knock down here? Yeah, goes for the level 3, can't level 1 at that range.
Most definitely not, but you really got to get a big hit here. Oh my goodness, the moon jump. Catches her trying to move out. Doesn't believe in the hit. Just went for the Dragon Rush. Was already committed to it. Gonna build a second bar here. Does he get enough damage though to get the kill with the 1-1? Doesn't even try it.
Yeah, not enough right there just because the adult Gohan level 1 does absolutely nada. And you cannot guard cancel vanish at that much health. If he has a bar, you will die. And Danny now at the deficit off of that poor decision.
Super Juan definitely taking control now. Some great moves are being played here. Oh my goodness, the super dash. Choked him afterwards with the EX perfect attack. Definitely bailing him out of that situation.
A little bit of the backbreaker right there from the side of Danny. One more touch will do it. You have to be so careful because the quickness behind the key blast with the C assist, the tracking. UPS delivered straight to your door.
It's such a stable delivery. The package perfectly cared for. Set you up perfectly to follow it up here. 1 into 3. And now Danny takes momentum, takes control back just as it slips from their grasp.
One character left though. And again, Danny has to be so precarious about calling the cell assist because any Key Blast, any Banshee Blast from the side of Super Juan will kill that assist.
Yeah, and that's why Danny, you can see, definitely picking the spots, got the cell assist available again here, but it's all about protecting that. That's why it's essentially still a 1v1 type match. Doesn't want to risk the cell just dying for free.
There we go.
Yeah, called it, and then he covered with the super dash, and Juan went into the sky. So definitely a good time to do it. Ended up hitting with the super dash anyway. Put him back into the corner here. Dragon Rush for the knockdown. What we doing after? Chase down the up tech. No Dragon Rush coming out now. Just staying with the pressure.
And again, backing off once again. Feeling comfortable here. Danny, nice tech on the Dragon Rush. The defense is amazing.
Surprised he didn't let it fly, to be honest.
Oh, but Cell died! Oh, it doesn't matter. Dang,
and that's what he wanted.
Exactly what he wanted, but, you know, getting punished. You killed the character, you won the battle, but you lost the war is what we saw right there. And Danny picks it up at the very end. A great Banshee Blast from the side of Super Juan to take down the cell. But you need to be an even stronger Super One to overcome Danny, and that did not happen today. But you'll have another opportunity to fight it out in the losers bracket. Still, great showing from Danny, another very strong player from the Mexico region that we expect to perform in this fashion. So I would say another favorite as well for the bracket. So great showing to Super One, but I mean, I love it. Cell Mirror. Didn't expect a Cell Mirror today.
Most definitely. I mean, that was real top tier representation from LabCode at the end right there, sacrificing the pawn cell to bait them into the kill. That was smart. Danny knows where the bread is buttered right there, right? You want to kill my assist? That's fine, bro. You're one hit away from dying anyway. So again, great calculation or risk reward management from Danny. Just the type of play you expect to see from the caliber of players we're seeing today. That's what we're looking for.
Exactly. Looking forward to the rest of the matches that we have coming up as well, because winners has been cruising along just fine and dandy, and we got even more winners matches coming up too. One more to be, in fact, to decide our winners semifinals on both sides. And again, it has been a neck and neck bracket. We've had 2-0 into 2-0 into 2-0. So even though these are the epitome of 2-0 was close though, because a lot of back and forth. The games did go to the distance around 200 Dragon Ball seconds, which is quite some time. But you know, some players do have to fall. And next that we have up is Tozik Devilish versus Boyaka. And I haven't seen either of these players play. I did have recognition for a couple of the other players in the bracket, but this one is going to be some breaking new ground for me. And I see a Zamasu, 17 years old from Florida. All right, there we go. Hakaishin. It's okay, so it's like Hakai XX Hakaishin XX _. We have to say that every time.
Okay, I got it.
Very important. Got it. Bet.
I'm part of the underscore clan, so I get it.
Same. Jake _ Ryan was the original.
True.
Facts. Oh man, and we're gonna see the opponent right here too. So Florida to Mexico, Boyaka. What a team! Jesus.
What do you? These are the protagonists right here, brother. We got Blonde and the Mystic in the middle. These are who you put your faith in when it comes to falling in love with Dragon Ball for the first time. So I like seeing the representation.
Hell yeah, loving it too. Also, just a little fun piece of information there. Ages 17-38. We got the 17-38 match coming up right now. Have to recognize it every time. It's not often that it comes up in the wild, so got to make sure that we keep it under wraps and recognize real when it's real. XX Hakaishin XX _ and there's 2 underscores. This is underscore gang right here versus Boyaka _ OSC.
Civil War
of the underscore right here.
We already got some Fetty Wap. Who's going to get mollywopped? We're going to find out right now. Hakai Shin versus Boyka. I feel like Boyka's entered these tournaments before, but representing with the OGs, I want to say, yeah, and he is repping it just like the card says. I love it, man. I mean, with the OG status, as you said, right, 38 years old, this man was watching the Dragon Ball when it was coming out as a child.
Exactly, and you know, representing well with the roster we've seen so far here. Boyaka getting the initiative early too, feeling really good about this pressure.
Oh yes, overhead real quick.
Can you knock down into the Vegeta? No, doesn't opt to. Just goes for the up tech chase down one more time, and sparking force from XX Hakai Shin XX_.
Indeed, he wants his Gogeta to stay alive. So much so that he's going to force the UI and doesn't go with a double overhead right there. I think Boyka looking for it. Gets hit with one and into the empty low. We got a bunch of meter right now. Ooh, just tries for a funky setup, but not cracking the defense yet.
Yeah, and I like that assist call because it punishes the guard cancel vanish, but wasn't able to get the pickup afterwards. Doesn't matter. Hakai Shin should be able to get this kill here. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. Bend that meter. 3 bars should do it. Level 1, level 1, level 1. And Red Gogeta coming back. No!
Okay. And he's playing with his meals a little bit there. Oh, and then 2L a little bit too far. Now Boyka getting an opportunity to start his game up. Still a little bit broke when it comes to the meter comparison, but trying to build it up with the Ki Blast.
Okay, super dash on super dash right here. What a good punish on the 2H right there. A lot of landing recovery, so picked up with the Ki Blast. Boyka just playing like really, I don't know, almost like kind of Street Fighter as Dragon Ball. Go back to full screen, shoot my Ki Blast, shoot my Hadoukens, then run back.
Was really cool, and it's like if somebody's still playing Super Saiyan Vegeta at this point, they're gonna have stuff like that, right? Like these weird things that we just don't see a lot. And then falling with the jump M, was able to move into the minute spacing he needed to start his offense once again. Level 3. Damn, I haven't seen this one in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And he stayed Super Saiyan 1 for this one because you can stay same side instead of stealing the corner. You're not allowed to do that. Oh my God, got the pickup on the counter as well, but it didn't matter. Yep, look at him. Into the level 3, 50-50, guess.
That was another throwback right there. The Vegeta is punishing your defensive options. Trying to frame kill, no vanish to vanish. We keep our advantage. Oh no, got clipped by the overhead. Hakai Shin. All coming back to that sparking on the Gogeta, keeping him alive in the first place, comes back to pay off huge.
Yeah, Hakai Shin got that really good pickup right here. But again, EX Rocket Kick comes out, and the machine gun punch from Adult Gohan has consistently been connecting, but we haven't seen any follow-up from the side of Boyka.
Yeah, Boyka definitely does get the super dash this time. Again, though, the meter on this team, he's just so starved for it. Constantly needed for proper conversions and whatnot. The Gohan is just not that great for these random conversion pickups. It's tough.
But again, Boyka, even in this deficit right now, has just been making Hakai Shin's team bleed this entire time. And now is dead even if he's able to get this kill.
Yep. Finish it off with the big bang.
Vicky Bang.
And the Blicky Bang.
Yeah. Okay, gotta guess again. Yep, DP, not a real string.
I like exposing the gap right there. You know those are going to come with Gogeta, right? Has the ability to mix in with the overhead. A lot of time, those players like to stagger the string.
I love that dive kick extension, too, into the machine gun fist. That was cool as hell.
Right now, Boyka, as you mentioned, has just been grinding it out constantly. Living paycheck to paycheck when it comes to the meter. Spinning it as soon as he gets it. Right there with the half bar. Takes down Zamasu for now. Oh, my goodness. Drunk driving.
He dive kicked all the way back down to the ground, too, after going to the heavens. My people need me, but I've got an appointment at 3. Let me come right back.
And go put out the Blades of Judgment. Oh, gets the cross up into the Dragon Rush. Still going to be heavily scaled here. Oh, my goodness. Just gets caught flinching again and again.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the most experience against Zamasu, it's hard to deal with the pressure in the corner because that is a beam property and it will catch you up-teching, it will catch your buttons, but you're going to get caught off guard, break the back of the neck. Yes, for game. Both sides. Boyka. You know what was funny too? Chat was like calling chat out right now. Boyko ain't winning. They said that. Not against my boy. Your boy just got hit in the back of the neck, back of the head.
Clean your neck. Boyka coming for him with the OGs. showing he doesn't need the meta-defining top tiers to get the job done. Going with his heart.
I mean, hey, these characters are fun. Adult Gohan is incredibly strong too, but definitely playing against the tier list right here.
Oh, I don't want to go to your party. Decline that real quick.
Confetti, there is no parade. All right, where's the cross up? There it is.
You know he was going to be plotting on it. Want to put him right back into the corner. That's where we want to be. Hakaishin. And knock him down. Spin those 3 bars. Set up shop. Are we going to close him down? Or are we going to open him up? Oh my goodness. The overhead right in the Widow's Peak.
Tell him to cut the hair finally once and for all. It's not growing anymore either. Doesn't get the finish there though, and allows him to spark, keeping this character alive. That may be huge, and gets the spark right back. You know, not in danger of dying in any way, shape, or form, but I mean, now you're going to be able to kill the Vegeta here, so it does pay off. But yeah, still full stick of celery on all characters here for Hakaishin.
Yeah, Kaishin definitely looking to send a message with this game, it feels like. That's what I felt like that spark was about. It's like the one moment you get momentum, he's rolling so hard, he's snowballing so hard that it's like, no, I'm going to take it right back. And again, you can see that represented by the 3 green bars that finally get damaged, but that was by a guard cancel or vanish, excuse me.
Yeah, I want to see Hakaishin just wait a little bit longer on these pressure strings, because there's been a lot of times where Boyka has just been vanishing on reaction to any gap. So Hakaishin definitely has an opportunity to just sit there, jab, wait, 2H.
Yeah, definitely I think is something that's going to get exploited a little bit later once Hakaishin does get back on offense. But right now, Boyka not letting to let that happen. Level 1 and level 3 should be enough.
Huge. Not getting a level here on Gohan, but getting the kill is better. And again, we're neck and neck. Using that spark early may have been great to keep Red Gogeta alive, but back to even.
Yeah, that Red Gogeta did a lot of work for Hakaishin in that first game, but not enough to actually get him the W, right? So, oh my cursed interactions.
They both turned around after hitting each other too. That was the funny part. It was like, I don't want any part of this. That was raw 2H on Hakaishin's plus frames. I'm so confused.
To the skies we go, bro. To the heavens. What is a frame data to a prayer? Divine intervention. Rearing his head right now. 3 levels on deck. 3 levels invested. Are we gonna get this kill?
One more
Him,
guess.
the whole family too. Oh, waits for it. The slide taking him away from that.
Oh, it got caught jumping right there too, and the ultimate back attack was on deck as well. Hakaishin now at the deficit, hasn't been able to touch Boyka after killing that first character there. As I say that, gets opened up.
My man got the max distance crouch medium right there, slicing him with the purple stuff. Blades again. Oh, doesn't recover in time, does get clipped, and now we got the full health Super Saiyan Goku. Protagonist power. Oh, not enough to take a Dragon Rush.
Yep, knockdown right here. Do you opt for level 3? No, just goes for the Oki once again. You get a high-low. Yeah, it's tricky. You got to down tech that. If you block in the air, you're putting yourself in another mix-up.
Exactly right. That extended block stun, you're going to be able to take it in and get taken to the ground by Zamasu. Present that high-low as you saw. Now, Kaishin definitely on the verge of bringing this one back in the lead now. But Boyka, that's where he's been so dominant, is when he's been behind. He's been really responding to adversity with big dubs, but not this time around, it's looking like.
Yeah, all you got to do is level 3 to finish off here, and there it is. Purple City Bird Gang comes out on top.
Shout outs to Jim Jones. We are here. Summer is over, but Hakaishin looking to heat things up regardless. Fight Nights 1-1 here. Again, this is the last match in our winners quarterfinal side of things as well.
Yeah, deciding the rest of our top 4 on the winners side, and obviously the losers will be duking it out. They actually already have been playing. But yeah, this winners bracket has been amazing so far. This is the first set that is going the distance, and Hakaishin, you know, fighting with a vengeance in this game right here. Oh my god, mixturization, and this character just pumps out damage. Should be able to get enough meter to potentially kill here. Let's see. No, not enough.
A purple lightning though, and then yeah, Boyka recognizing, oh my goodness, and what Gohan has meant to his team, but so many weird interactions. The assist, saving him after the 2H, just wild stuff.
Yeah, it's because Hakaishin, obviously on the 2H for Zamasu, has that assist invulnerability, beam, like everything invulnerability.
Yeah.
So it gets you through, but it stayed there long enough.
It's so weird, bro. But either way, right now, yeah, zoning him out. This is kind of what we saw from Boyka in that first game, right? Really great utilization of the jump S's from Vegeta. Gets snuffed at that time. Snuffed it back to back. Now, yeah, I think it's going to make him hesitate a little bit about entry. Oh, just as I say that, he decides to super dash and pays for it.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see from Hakaishin here, because a lot of the movement from the side of Boyka has just been the full screen super dash, and it's been catching Hakaishin trying to approach. And that's something that you'll see, oh my god, from a lot of players when they're not sure how to deal with that super dash approach while trying to run their offense. So very good adjustment from Hakaishin.
The defense right now from Boyka does find the gap to vanish. You talked about that. He's been primarily looking for that as his defensive strat. Hakaishin, though, not adjusting yet. Going with full strings again. Does find the open up, though. Locked them down with the assist that time. You ain't going nowhere.
Locked down again. How are you going to opt-op this? You have to keep reflecting. Gets hot with the overhead. Doesn't really get a confirm after it, though. So now you're just locked down with normal pressure. Super dash again to try to catch the dash away. Again, you saw the super dash start up there. Got to change it up.
Oh, does get the key blast, the raw tag. It's kind of different, but the same, you know.
Yeah, gets the job done there. Oh, and the raw tag right back. Not going to be able to kill here off this vantage. Probably could have just taken the knockdown, but will get close to death.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, trying to chase him down, make some block in the skies. Doesn't quite get the 2H he might have been looking for.
Right again. It was the raw vanish one more time that got him in right there. Now back to neutral. Going for the knockdown here. And the raw tag. Get a little bit of blue up back, but I can bust out myself too. Oh, man.
And then tags the dome right as he lands right there. The timing maybe just catching Boyka off guard. The way Hakaishin should be cleaning this up, but drops the combo. Had the meter to kill him off. But now Boyka, the protagonist, gets another chance at life here.
One man woke up 5L while he was dying.
All his characters bleeding so heavily right now. Final destruction, what we doing with it? Waits for it. Oh! No!
It was so right. It was so right. It was wrong. Yep.
Classic. That move, it's just something that you gotta really hunker down and get a book, make a sandwich. Don't swing at first glance, because as you can see, the active frames lingers, to say the least.
That one's the double down. It's not good for your health, man.
Oh, nah, I forgot about that. They didn't bring that back, right?
No. Okay, only in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
I'm sure the health ramifications wouldn't allow a return.
It's like in Street Fighter when you go for the DP, FADC, DP.
Yeah, definitely some toxic traits, some toxic characteristics right there. But my man, Hakaishin, able to clean it up, take it 2-1, taking down all the protagonists, the characters that made us fall in love with Dragon Ball. Just in a true villain fashion, decimating them despite falling down in the bracket in the first game. It really just gave us hope and snatched it away.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, had a lot of great moments in that first game, was in prime control and showed us a really great comeback from the adult Gohan. But as soon as Hakaishin slowed it down, played that full screen neutral, and started snipping out the super dashes, it became a different game. So good stuff to Hakaishin. We're going to be able to see them fight it out more in the winner's side, and our losers are still continuing to duke it out here at Fight Nights. If you're just joining us, once again, I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Ringe, and we've been watching some fantastic Dragon Ball FighterZ action with players from all over the U.S. duking it out, trying to see who comes out on top. And my, oh my, we have seen some slobber knockers so far.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Already some good Dragon Ball FighterZ action, some unorthodox picks, some top tier defining characters that we've seen time and time again. But I really love the way everybody's been playing today. Lots of definitely nobody getting to autopilot their way to a victory. And that's always something that I'm looking for in these top tier brackets. Nobody getting away with anything easy. You can see a lot of the vanishes or anything like that that people are trying to do defensively to get out just get snuffed out. But let's see how the bracket has progressed so far here at the Fight Nights for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Our round one of winners is in the books. Hikari the Avenger, Gish going to be taking each other on in winner semis. Danny and Hakai going to be going at it in the other side of the bracket. But some updates in the losers bracket already as well. Ryukin taking down Mike, Che, and Super Juan and Boyka. Got to get their set going soon as well.
Yeah, going to be exciting there down in the loser side, which will continue to move on. I expected Ryu to get that win in the loser side, but Mike Chase still put up an excellent fight. And our next match is actually going to be Hikari versus Captain or 8-16 or Gish. Going to be up there, and East Coast versus Mexico. This is going to be a pretty interesting match right here. It's the Ginyu versus the tried and true Gogeta 4. So, man, I don't know. I love watching Ginyu play. I think Gish is a incredibly strong player, but Hikari is also on that same level, so it could go either way. Right here again, Hikari from New York. You can see everything right there, Twitter and Twitch. 17 years old, young gun. Here fighting
I did
it out.
not know Hikari was that young.
Yeah, he's a young man.
He be in my streams watching cheaters. That's not good content for someone of his age. He needs to get back on the educational tip, put on the BBC or something like that. Put on Sesame Street or some Dragon Ball, because definitely not what he needs to be influenced by. But I mean, at the same time, look at the team he plays. Maybe it's already too far gone for him anyway. However, on the other side of things, we're gonna have Gish repping Mexico, definitely looking very strong as well, right? Also a young gun, only 22 years of age. Both of these players really rise into prominence with Dragon Ball FighterZ. And I just really love what Dragon Ball FighterZ has done for the FGC, man. There's so many players that have gotten into fighting games and have really flourished with Dragon Ball, and it's just been dope to see them prosper in this game and others.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was the great ultimate combining fighting game where everyone from all different types of games came together, whether it be the NRS community or the Melty Blood community or the Street Fighter community or the KOF community, anything under the sun. Everybody wanted to play Dragon Ball, and it got such a resounding reception, and we still see it being played to this day at such a high level. So very exciting to see, especially with how the roster has been developing and the storylines that developed as well. We went from Sonic Fox versus Goichi to France versus USA, and what's the next storyline going to be? Can we defeat the evil that is Yasha and Wawa? I don't know. We need to find a new champion. Maybe this champion will be determined at Fight Nights, but we're going to see it right here. Hikari versus Gish, and tried and true round start with Gogeta 4, 5M into assist. Don't mind if I do.
Exactly right. Handling business. That's the 9 to 5 right there. And you see both players showing a lot of respect for each other's neutral. The capabilities of both of these teams definitely just off the charts. You can't make one wrong move. Right there. He has perfect spawn to reflect for Gish. Really recognizing that. You can see Hikari being so careful regarding the Android 18 assist, but finally gets him as the assists are on cooldown for Gish.
Yeah. And I really like this change from Gish here too, because what you can see here, no more Ginyu. We're playing serious here. We know exactly who Hikari is. We're pulling out the Android 18.
Most definitely. He wants to make sure that he gives himself the best chance of getting the dub, right? We'll see Hikari cleaning up with the first character, nice and easy. Reflecting him away, and that's going to leave him assist list. So Hikari in the driver's seat gets his assist back, but now on the defensive end. Ooh, chases down the back dash. Don't you go anywhere.
So clean right there. It just has such long range on that 5M. You can dash OS into it, and it's just so good. But the drop at the very end, really rough. So much barrier. Look how much meter he got from the barrier. Oh my God.
Man, loaded up the bank real quick. Paying big dividends on that one. Janemba, oh, play the beats, bro.
Yes, left, right. Same side. Lock down again. This is so scary.
Setting up shot, trying to let the Vegito do the heavy lifting right there, but Gish respecting it. Now's his chance, and yeah, just gets caught flinching, trying to move a little bit too early. The portal punches.
Man, such a cool character. Very weird to play, but once you get him down, it is so strong. Oh, the barrier keeps you safe, and that's one of the things that is such a good change about her. It comes out so fast, she recovers, and the brothers got her side.
Yeah, it was just a moment where Hikari thought he could push his turn, right? He was like, all right, there's no way she'll be able to call it in time, but the speed, the startup of it just almost non-existent when it feels like, but Hikari getting the dub anyway.
Yep, easy pickup right here. Chuck down. Do you up to level 3? No, save the bar. Good tech chase. That 6M was so tricky, and so was the Dragon Rush that followed. Too much mental stack, too much to think about. But nothing more to think about on 18. This robot has malfunctioned.
Yeah, man, with the potency of Dragon Rush and 6M, and I mean, there are things that you've seen players defend against, but still, even at the highest level, they're going to crack eventually. And with how potent Vegito is at every other aspect, he just continues to be such a dominant character.
Yep, the 3 words that everybody has to adhere to in Dragon Ball is universal system mechanics. And while they are accepted, sometimes you don't like to deal with them. And Hikari dealing them out. And those are the cards that you have right in your hands, Gish. 1-0 in the favor of Hikari. Really strong performance there. There's a lot of good moments from Gish where we saw him get momentum. We saw him get the hits. But Hikari had great health management, was able to just control the neutral, and pretty much steamrolled him at the end.
Yeah, it was clinical, really. Hikari didn't look shaken at all, and just a big start once again.
I didn't know we had a 2-for-1 special at the clinic. You typically don't want to visit twice, but every interaction has been playing out in Hikari's favor. Already got the spark right there, but the A assist, you got to respect it. Now dealing with more, but you cannot let those drops happen. Oh no.
Again, Hikari, just the awareness on the assist, letting it come out, not sticking his hand in the blender, really just pushing the limit once she's on cooldown. This is such good play.
Keep it consistent, keep it clean. The game plan has been established. What's the mix? Goes for IAD low right there. Doesn't have the bar to counter vanish. Trying to escape super dash, does get caught, but it's not the 17 assist. Oh, auto combo.
My goodness, is going straight through it. And yeah, I mean, he recovered so quick from realizing he super dashed into the 18 assist as well. That was just great awareness and really quick thinking.
Yeah, LLL, send him to hell. It's so good. There it is again.
Oh my god.
The great equalizer.
For real, bro. The auto neutral.
All right, let's look for a super dash 50-50 here. Doesn't opt for it. Gets the guard cancel out. Very strong. And what a super dash on the assist call. You got a little bit too confident in your own brother's defense.
And Hikari, again, just looking very dominated here. Catches him, trying to do something. We saw the counter hit on screen. It is not your turn to play.
Oh, no. Drop right there at the end. Sorry, did have an opportunity, but it's even better now. Happy birthday. Oh, no. Yikes.
Yep. And we highlighted that Vegito assist, man. It comes out from so far away. Caught Gish trying to take his turn back, just gets cooked by an easy extension. And right now, Hikari looking to rock and roll into that winner's finals.
My man is spinning. Oh, he just keeps spinning.
Oh, he is spinning the block right now. 21 would be proud, but he gets punished for it anyway.
I mean, that was a little bit overzealous. That was 4 spins in a row, trying to send a message. And Gish was pretty privy to that message. All right, I left that on red for a reason. Let's see if I get the right read on this defense, on this Oki, and I did.
That does open up Hikari, who I felt like was probably trying to get frisky on the wake up regardless.
Yes.
Definitely
Guarantee it was a spin. Show us the inputs.
Yeah. You need to take it to the lab, get the replay analysis going, because we are confident now, just like Hikari. Confidently taking this set 2-0, making sure everybody get a quick cameo appearance with a level 3 at the end. Pour salt on the wound, and this man is in the money.
Yeah. Hold this cinematic. Hold my bag. Professional bag holder Gish is going to have to hold it down in the loser's bracket because Hikari is in that top 3 now, guaranteed. Winners finals, winner's side, obviously. Very strong performance there. You know, got a little frisky at the end. It's a little bit. Just a little spinning, you know, tilt-a-whirl. Tried to take him to the team park. But there was no upchuck from the side of Gish, but still got taken down. Rough stuff. Park hours are over.
Closed up. The winner's bracket life for Gish also closed and shut down. Going to be going to the loser's bracket side of things. While Hikari definitely not having to avenge any L's just yet. As cruising into the top 3. Very well done so far. Looking like what we expected him to look like. As we said, one of the favorites once we saw the names in the brackets. So looking good here. Like we said, guaranteed in the money as well. But he's going to have to play the winner of our next match, I believe, which is coming up shortly.
Yeah, Danny is going to be on the other side. And we saw Danny with the strong performance over Super Juan. And then Tozik Devilish versus Boyka already got sent down to the losers bracket. But now Danny is going to be the one who fights out against him. And that was a pretty close set. Obviously was able to figure it out later against Boyka and, turn the tables. But Danny, that is going to be the story of the tape right here. And then, Gish now sitting in the loser's side does have an opportunity to climb back through. Definitely another one of the tournament favorites. But Hikari with such a commanding performance, I don't know. This next one, I mean, I expect it to be Danny versus Akari, but I was impressed by Boyka in the last set, so anything can happen here. Again, Danny likely going to be playing the Cell once again with the lab coat on deck, and it's going to be exciting to see how. Oh wait, no, we gotta get the Danny. I think is that right? There we go. Versus yeah, it's Hakaishin. I was like, wait a minute, Gish was yet earlier. Danny isn't Gish. The names got me all mixed up.
But yeah, it's going to be Danny versus Hakaishin for our other side of the winner semis to see who gets to face Hikari. But yeah, I really like the way Hikari obviously played, like we talked about from the beginning. Really stable, neutral game plan. That's what you need to do, especially when players are going to run like the barrier type of assist with the 17 and 18 and really rely on you kind of trying to take your advantage in scrambles and whatnot and swing into them. That is definitely a primary way to shut that down. And we did not see any mistakes on Hikari's side in regards to that. And Danny and Hakaishin definitely looking clean as well, especially with Hakaishin kind of bouncing back from that first game loss to Boyka. Was definitely confused, you could tell at first, kind of trying to get his bearings back, go back to the season 1 game plan of fighting all those characters that he hadn't seen in so long. But once he got his sea legs, so to speak, definitely found his groove. But Danny is a different monster, definitely one of the best coming out of Mexico. We've already seen potent skills on display, and it's going to be a large obstacle to overcome for Hakaishin.
Yeah, Hakaishin, again, another one of the young guns. The battle of the 17s, potentially, if he reaches Hikari. But Danny definitely has the edge here. It could go either way. We've seen a bunch of 2-0s so far, and Hikari just gave us one hell of a convincing set. So are we going to see even more convincing victories, or will it be back and forth? Tension is high as we decide who gets in the money here on the winner's side.
That's true. Yes, a spot for the dollars are on the line, guaranteed top 3 as well. So at least 100 going your way if you could win this match here. And Danny definitely going to be in that driver's seat, obviously going to be the one that is favorited. But on the other side, Hakaishin, that means you got nothing to lose, right? You can throw caution to the wind. You can play with a bit of a chip on your shoulder. We've seen players rise to the occasion like this, and we talk about these tournaments being opportunities for iron to sharpen iron. This is where Hakaishin is going to become a better player, win or lose, going up against someone like Danny.
That's what fighting games are all about. You have to overcome the odds, and it doesn't matter whose name is there. They're just another player like me and you, and it's whoever put in the most work. Also, I love how Hakaishin's title is first point getter. I don't know how many points they got, but definitely number 1. Danny trying to show that they're number 1 with Cell 42. Interesting team. A lot of people haven't been using the 42 shell. Danny opting to utilize it here. And Hakaishin, looking good. Selling his 2 girls.
Oh man, Cell 42 sounds like an audible that Jared Allen called on Monday Night Football. I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, what are you talking about? Definitely, I see you though. The double 21, I get it. I picked it up.
Yeah, the commonality behind that. Oh my God, it's like when you say Zero May Cry. That's the Cell 42. Yeah. So whatever team it is, but we're not going to get to see any more Gogeta 4 on the side of Hakaishin because I blinked and you might have missed it because Hakaishin was winning until he wasn't.
Yeah, and just like that spark off the table, Danny barely taking any damage on the Cell. And I love that. Danny not even getting overzealous with going in, just again, jumping back and letting the Android 21 clear the way, get the start up, and then presenting the mix with the Cell assist. Perfect play so far.
Yeah, and it all started in that first interaction on the point character war with the C assist call from the Android 21, which is so rough. Again, watch the tape already, Hakaishin. I saw what you did before, and I waited. No more double down. It's off the menu.
And that's what we highlighted, right? These players like Hikari, like Danny, they're such veterans of the game. They're really not sticking their hand in the blender a lot of the time. The Dragon Ball is so neutral heavy that a lot of these players have come accustomed to waiting stuff like that out. Not going to just give you hits by trying to swing into something that's invincible or a counter or a flex.
No frame traps allowed, all right? I'm ready for anything. And now Hakaishin, with this huge extension, gets another Blades of Justice. Wow, that mix was super good. Went for the super jump float, stayed same side. A lot to think about there on the side of Danny, but 2 versus 1, still hard.
7 bars on deck as well for Danny, so they can get real frisky with it, but instead trying with the jump to the teleport to protect the neck, and Akaishin are more than protecting it right there.
Yeah, a moment has passed, and now Danny down to the last character at a deficit here still. 7 bars on a 21. Quite difficult to deal with. This character can rob with meter.
Yeah, most definitely right here. You gotta be wary at all times. Has different ways to kind of vary their strings with the command grab. So you're not gonna bring it out just yet. You can see just putting the pressure on with the advantage, utilizing that meter advantage to keep their turn going, but slicing across the sky.
Oh! The pinwheel landing, getting the cross up right there. Akaishin didn't know what side he was gonna hit. Now this level 3 Oki is nowhere as near good as it used to be, but you get a safe jump, and it might be enough. Akaishin, you gotta guess after this Oki. Oh my God, just went for the dash up low. And Danny almost threw that game away. Akaishin was making it happen. Was making it happen with the Zamasu. The witness the power of a god, but even gods can fall.
Most definitely. And that Android 21, she was ruling the game like a god for quite some time. Obviously toned down now with her lab coat compadre making an appearance, but definitely, as you said, still a potent neutral character and can get the job done in situations like that when her meter is stacked.
Yep, no one's got my back like I got my back. It's the Golden Girls helping each other out. All right, that was nasty. Oh, I hate it here.
Yeah, I like the similar colors on the cell and the Android 21 as well. Definitely making it just a little bit more difficult to discern which is which.
Just hearing Akaishin on the side of the screen shouting, "I can't see!"
Oh. And again, right, get blind to the mix, gets caught low. Right now, Akaishin on the back foot real quick to start game 2.
Yeah, absolutely love what we're seeing here so far. And you know, it's a similar story to the first set, except Danny got all of the momentum on the first character. And you know what, Labco is helping out. Yeah, she hits both sides, bro. She's a Beyblade. Let it rip.
Yeah, I love Danny doing the double jump into the 2H in the air as well. Just to get across the side, and then it's floating back to the original side, hitting him with the air dash afterwards. My man is a cell aficionado.
I got whiplash after that one. That was disgusting. Has half a bar for the 50-50 here. Guess for your character.
Stuff like that. Literally, oh my God. The elbow into the boot. Classic wrestling combo right there. But man, but like stuff like that, when you get the flow back to the original side into the instant air dash, it just fries your brain, like literally. Like while you're trying to process the fact that the character flows back to the original side, you get IAD mixed. It's just, when you're not used to something like that, it's damn near impossible to block.
It's like going around a corner in the shooter and you get one tapped. You're like, huh?
Yeah, like, okay. Like, you know, when you come to expect that, then you're like, okay, right, it's just another day at the office. But the first time that happens to you, it, like you said, whiplash effect. Oh, Lord. Backbreaker, bear hugs. This man is truly perfect.
That was absolutely nasty. Full extension here. Going to build more than enough bar. Meter corrosion no longer a factor there. And that is going to be a dominating second game from Danny. Jesus Christ.
Well, Danny did not want to be shown up by Hikari. A matching, if not exceeding performance in his winner semifinal set to show that the two dominant players of today are going to be facing off in that winner's finals.
Yeah, that was a mad good set, and I'm looking forward to Danny versus Hikari here. And like I said, Danny is going to be one of the hottest competitors in the bracket coming up for our Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour event in Monterrey, Mexico. Yes. So gonna have to fight against I think one of the most notable players coming from the U.S. is Zane here, my student. I am the coach, and he has become the master. And it's going to be exciting to see that, because Hikari definitely one of the strongest on the East Coast. How can you shape up against him, knowing that you have this big tournament coming up as well, which is so pivotal for points?
True.
And, you know, we got to make it a point to make sure that you all know that you need to go to compete.playstation.com, because these players all entered into an open bracket. They all had the opportunity to play here today at Fight Nights because they took that one step went to compete.playstation.com to show how strong that they are in Dragon Ball FighterZ and multiple other games. There's Guilty Gear, there is Street Fighter, there is much more on the horizon, as well as Tekken. You need to get your hands on all of the action because you do not want to miss any of it. You could be the next star and you don't even know it. What if you are the secret final boss of your fighting game and you just haven't put up your dukes? All right, that's Ringe in Guilty Gear, right? You see Izado, he's the final boss at any bracket. Any major, Ringe appears from the backstage with a bird mask on, and you have to defeat him.
Man, it is funny, though, that you could definitely underestimate your potential when it comes to tournament performance until you give it a try. So I definitely encourage everyone to get involved. Check out compete.playstation.com. Even if Dragon Ball FighterZ isn't your main sauce, there are so many tournaments to sign up for. All kinds of games are going to be part of these fight nights. So big ups to PlayStation tournaments. But right now, we're going to be taking a quick break before we get back to the rest of the bracket. Do not go anywhere. We shall return soon. Welcome back, everyone, to Fight Nights presented by PlayStation Tournaments. I am Ringe. Myself and Jake Ryan have been bringing you the action so far, and it's been a hell of a show already. Hikari and Danny out to the races, dominating performances to get into the winner's side of things. But that's not all we got in store for you, is it, Jake?
No, so many more matches to go through. Obviously, the loser side of things need to be determined as well, but the winners finals is definitely the main course that we have on our platter. And because we're in the winners finals, that match is going to be 3 out of 5, and a match made in heaven is what we see on the bracket right here. Boyka actually taking down Super Juan in the losers bracket, and Ryukin taking down Mike Che, determining the rest of our loser side matches. And you can see that we were littered with 2-0s throughout the majority of the tournament so far. A couple of 2-1s here or there, but very dominating performance from our top two guns of Hikari and Danny. And we're going to be seeing who ends up going to the losers bracket and who will sit pretty in a guaranteed top 2 spot.
Yes, ever closer to that lion's share of the prize pot. Of course, it's going to be a nice spot regardless to guarantee yourself a top 2 finish, get a cool little chunk of change going. But it's all about that W, not only for the cash, but for the confidence, the bragging rights, everything that comes with the big tournament win. So that's what we're looking to see. Hikari and Danny, both premier players in Dragon Ball FighterZ, and definitely looking for those W's, help build confidence to really take them to the next level, right? Kind of blast through that plateau that they might be finding themselves at when it comes to some of the upper echelon of players able to gatekeep them out of it. So stuff like this will definitely kind of let them get that confidence that could be the game changer they need going forward.
Yeah, and man, I mean, at this point in the bracket, because there's only a couple sets left now, and you've played through the entire open bracket. You've gotten to this point, and this is the determining factor to who gets into the winner's side of grand finals. Once again, Hikari from New York, 17 years old, obviously playing one of the strongest teams in the game, if not one of the strongest teams. There's like a debate going on because there's a very clear top 4 characters in the game. There's 3 of them on the screen right now, and you throw a blue Gogeta, in there, and everybody has that same consensus. Adult Gohan at level 7 is also up for debate, but you got to spend a lot of resources. And obviously Danny on the other side, he was playing the Cell 42, so you got to keep Cell's Angels as what I like to call the team.
Oh, I like that. Cell's Angels is beast.
Cell's Angels
is a beast name for sure.
Yeah, so Cell's Angels versus the Fusions Reborn. Going to be exciting here. Danny versus Hikari. I talked to them. He said the connection was pretty good. The connection is pretty good, East Coast to Mexico. So had a little bit of a chat, and that's good information because that makes me excited. Imagine it with rollback, then we get that put in the mix. Ooh, it's coming soon. TM, who knows? What's gonna come out first? Street Fighter Duel or Dragon Ball Rollback?
That's definitely, I don't know where to put my money on that. I'd probably put it on Dragon Ball Rollback, to be honest.
What's the over-under?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it 3-1 odds?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I don't know. I feel like we're going to be calling like Sonic Fox's kids matches, like when those things are out. Like, it's not going to be anytime soon. Not going to be for this generation of fighters, it feels like. But nah, I do think Dragon Ball Rollback may be closer than we think. I have no actual information. I'm just trying to give the people some hope. Either way, Hikari versus Danny is definitely the match we're looking forward to the most. As Jake highlighted before, it's going to be the best of 5 now that it is in winners finals side of things. So let's see who gets it cracking first.
And I like that round. Oh, I actually really like that round start now from Hikari. Still not afraid. Changing up the options too. Started with the 5M round start before. Cell does have an answer to that on round start. So, going for the better. And I love that too. Didn't have assist. Knew that the only thing he had left was DR or backdash. 2H'd his ass.
See, this is why I mess with you, Jake Ryan, because you will know what the hell you're talking about. That's a great time or a great risk to take when they have no assist, right? There's no way to lock you down, no way to punish you for doing that. And then this time, reads the reflect raw tag. Get that out of here.
I love how the chat was saying, free money for Hikari. Welcome to Danny's world, man. Perfect attack mix. Yeah, burst. You have to. Spark. Oh, no.
Oh, but just like that, Hikari definitely back in the driver's seat here, and that spark building so much needed for free. 5 on deck here. It's going to be exactly what he needs. He got to go broke, but killing Cell, well worth it.
Yeah, only the Angels left in the back cell no longer going to be a factor. Hikari had to burn Spark there, so Danny can get one good touch and even up the score and have Spark. So you have to be so careful here. Have to have optimal assist calls. But oh my god, the fact that those boots are made for walking and they reach that far, that's unfair.
They're made for cross-ups is what it looks like, at least in that instance. Oh my goodness, the spin. Keep spinning on the block, don't stop. And Danny just letting it rock, getting the hit. And what we're gonna do with it now, 3 bars on deck, spin it.
Get a nice mix up here. Gonna be hard to get a kill on this next touch because the lack of bar, but still not looking good for Hikari. Good guard cancel vanish, I like that a lot. Oh my god, what is going on?
Oh, the Dragon Rush tag amidst all that. And oh, we talked about it before, the Vegito assist, the heavy lifting it does. You don't want to know what that assist is PRs, bro. You ain't gonna beat it, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely crazy. That's taking ego assist to a whole new level, all right? The numbers that it's putting up is too much, but Danny fighting back well. Not going to burn a lot of the sparking time here either because of the changes at this season. And getting a pretty good kill and a little bit of health back too, most important part there. Now in the lead.
Yeah, that combo gave him so much meter because it happened in sparking that he's got the life lead, the meter lead, even with a little bit of sparking left here. Ooh, the C assist.
Dang.
Doing what it needs to do after the barrier again. Danny and the Angels putting a halo on Gogeta.
I absolutely love that interaction right there because there's not a lot of like great opportunities to capitalize on the barrier. You can obviously cancel out a spin, but it's a risk. And the C assist was so active that Hikari just swung into death. Oh my god.
Look at this. Perfect assist play from Danny right now. Again, not letting the lab code do the work, making sure we get that level 3 with the lab code on deck. That means the C assist is going to be accessible once it comes back off cooldown.
Yeah, very important in this pressure sequence. You got to guess that was cheeky. Whiffed the same side overhead, and then because of the standing low, she just turned around real quick, 180, and that was a quick one for Danny right there. Very impressive. Again, Hikari definitely the favorite here, but Danny is no slouch. Like I said, one of the strongest players in Mexico, going to be one of the fiercest piece of competition going into Thunderstruck. So, you know, not too surprising, but as much as things change, they stay the same. Gogeta 4 winning round start. Sign me up.
Yeah, and back again by that Vegito assist, man. It was some weird clash to start off, but when that assist is there, it just really clears the screen. So difficult to play around. And Danny utilizing that attack to get Cell out, and now we got Lab Code on deck.
Yeah, and now locked down into the pressure. You got to be so careful, and you can't reflect in that situation anymore because it makes it safe, but gets picked up in a resettle Kaiba. Take yourself to Duelist Kingdom.
How many battle stars you gathering, bro?
Give them all. Give me everything. Oh, give me everything.
The ankles exposed here. Hikari roaring back after that first game L. Lab Code already in the grave. Cell halfway dead.
Yeah, very good turnaround for the second game. I want to see the mix that he has here. Can go for double cross up. Just goes for the overhead. But again, another drop from Hikari.
Yeah, they're a little shaky when it comes to completing the combos right now. We've seen, oh no, Danny able to take advantage of that with DP, but drops on both sides now.
Feeling his turn back, Hikari, knowing that he's not going to air dash. Interesting right there. Could have ended up using the Banshee Blast to get a mix up. Doesn't matter. No confirm again. Hikari having a lot of drops here.
Yeah, giving Danny a lot of chances. Otherwise, wouldn't have had. Locks him down. Oh my goodness. And then instant air dash right in. The extended block stun on the assist because you blocked in the air. It's rough.
Yeah, no spark to escape from this situation. You have to be so careful.
Oh, the overhead gave him a moment to do something right there. Lots of frames on that one, but Danny was just trying to sit there and down back. Reset for the kill.
Yeah, a lot of interesting drops here, but again, Hikari still closing it out pretty well. You have to be so careful here. Yup, too much to handle, but no, trying to win with the spin. Gotta stop it, Hikari.
I'm telling you, it's the 21 in him. He's literally trying to rep the Savage and the Lab Code with the spin the block. It's okay. You can only rep one at a time, and right now, Danny trying to make this comeback. Gotten so many chances that they otherwise wouldn't have had because of the drops from Hikari, but still not going to be enough to bring him back in this game.
Yeah, good stuff from Hikari, finally closing it out at the end. Connection has been lost, so we will get getting back into this game relatively soon. But again, 1-1 on the board. Going to be... I want to see Danny adjust, because right there, Hikari just got to run his offensive game plan, and it felt like he won neutral interaction after neutral interaction. All of the defensive options were starting to get read by Hikari. He was trying to fuzzy jump out of situations and was getting frame trapped by the 5H, wasn't reflecting in the right spots. So you just have to change up your defensive options and really react to what Gogeta 4 is doing instead of guessing.
Yeah, Hikaru is definitely doing a good job of mixing up the options, right? So any type of defense that you're just going to heavily commit to is not going to be able to be a long-term answer, right? It might be something that gets you out of dodge in one or two situations because you get the right read, but it's just not going to be something that you can rely upon to try to take your turn back. And if Hikari just keeps his offense going, we've seen how potent it is and how little chances you get to get any offense going once he starts his game. So we'll see Danny hopefully kind of prioritize not being in those situations, or as you said, kind of adjust and how they react and not go so commitment heavy, but try to really zone in and make sure that they can see what's going on in regards to the Gogeta mix.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's not easy in any respect.
You got to get in the zone for sure.
Yeah, you got to focus up real hard. Coming from the coming from the guy who plays the team himself. Yep, sure is hard to deal with this pressure. Jeez, shake my hand. But it's something you have to be hyper focused on it and actively trying to react to. But yeah, 1-1 on the board. Could go either way. Do we see an adjustment from Danny?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, there was still a lot of really great moments, but Hikari just felt like he had all the right answers in that second game. And you can't be right 100% of the time. Like, that'll happen. Dragon Ball either goes the distance in the set, or you explode. Like, there is a little bit of in between, but when you get ran over, you get ran over.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that second game, that was the weird round star with like the clash into the Vegito assist and whatnot. So maybe Danny doesn't try to interact so aggressively at round star, maybe tries to bait out that assist a little bit. And once that's off the table, like, it really does change whose favor the entire neutral meta is in. So we'll see if Danny can kind of bait that out early. We'll see how much Hikari keeps that assist holstered, or if he's going to try to rely upon it heavily. It's definitely something that you always got to consider when it comes to watching these versus type games.
Yep. I mean, yeah, when it comes down to the like late stage versus fighting, all about assist placement. Yeah. And that's why Chris G has been like really strong as a player as well. Yeah. People are like, man, he's playing triple C assist. I don't know what to do about this guy. And I'm like, he's just baiting you into situations and then calling his assist better. He is playing the three words that I brought before: universal system mechanics, better than you are. And sometimes that's all it takes. That's why we had such a shift in the game from aggressive mixed assists to defensive assists, because you can create these situations where your opponent's been conditioned to react in a certain way and punish them for making the correct decision. There was air quotes. You can't see my hands, but definitely for me, my tiny Gorilla Saiyan brain gets punished in those situations. I was like, me press 5L, me win here, right? No. Why? You said that was the answer to the test. No, 2 + 2 was 6 this time. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. There are some unknown variables that I was unaware of.
I don't know the last time you learned math, but they changed the way they teach it. So I know I don't know math how I once knew it. So definitely sometimes frame data just don't be making sense. It's not the end-all be-all answer you want it to be. But yeah, I think it's great that you highlighted Chris G specifically on the all C assists, just because a lot of the time C assists, or I mean, obviously all C assists have that extended cooldown to them as well. But it doesn't matter with the extended cooldown as much when you're so good at calling the assist, right? Like when you hit with them so accurately, like a Chris G, like someone that has been doing it for a decade plus now when it comes to assist calls, like that cooldown extension is pretty much nullified. But just to keep everybody up to date on what's going on here, we got disconnected. It looked like some connection issues after that second game. So just remaking the lobby, making sure everybody gets in here nice and proper before continuing the set.
Yeah, and you know that can happen from time to time, especially with New York to Mexico and Dragon Ball. We did just have our maintenance today, so a little bit of hiccup here and there, but that's all right. We work straight through it, and these players will be getting right back into the action once again. But yeah, it has been fantastic to watch the fight nights so far and entertain you all here on Twitch, and been massively enjoying the gameplay. And I hear the game sounds. I hear the ready. Getting into it now. And I like this time. I really like this time from Danny. Did not opt to go for that clash option. Blocked the Vegito assist. Got mixed up just the same.
So it looks like we got disconnected and they played another game while we couldn't see as well. So there's a 1-2 Hikari right now. So Hikari is on set point here. And he's picking up right where he left off. Again, with that potent Gogeta mix, just catching him low this time after conditioning with the overhead nice and early on in the set.
And Hikari also changing up. Oh no!
No escape for Big Starter and a half. That lab coat is done.
Deader than dead. My God, he turned around. He whipped back 90 degrees. No, 180 degrees and just beat her up. Snatch the weave. No more 21.
Yeah, hang up the coat. Right now, perfect sell. Got the OG behind him. Let's see if he can pull off some Bonnie and Clyde type ride or die scenarios. Oh, and he's looking good for it so far. Hikari trying to do something right there. The counter here was there. Reset, I'll take it. This should kill him now. Sends him straight to the sky, bring him straight to the ground, and that will be it.
Yeah, that reset was huge there for the side of Danny. Not only does it keep you meter efficient, it actually just keeps you completely even on the meter and evens up the set. So I mean, even though it was a drop opportunity. Oh my God!
Clash players believing in each other's characters.
6M. Yep, you are deader than dead. Full extension from Vegito. Should be able to build another bar here, especially with the swords coming out. So much build here. He used to be a battery, and you know what? He got recharged. Energizer Bunny on the screen.
Most definitely. That meter keeps going and going and going when it comes to the Vegito combos. Puts him on death's door and opens it and throws him right through it.
Now it's me versus me. Nobody can make me bleed my own blood.
Except me.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Tails on tails. Tale of two girls. Oh my God, the tail clash! You didn't get scooped up, but it didn't matter. Oh, you actually die here. Look at the meter build. Yeah.
Huge chunks right there. We're gonna be able to build the 4 bars, no problem.
That's a
1 into 3. Hikari. A little bit takes a scratch, takes 1 game, shows that he can bleed, but the sight of his own blood, oh my goodness, turned him up 3 games straight to take that spot in Grand Finals winner's side.
And that was here's the thing, even though we weren't able to see that 3rd game, it was quick. It was a quick one because we got
it was quick enough to not think that a game had happened. I definitely thought they were just like remaking the lobby. I didn't realize they played.
Like, man, oh man, we sure are loving that. This little break, we're like filling the air. We're having a good chit chat. We're like, I wonder how game 3 is going to go. Well, you know what? We're all going to wonder for the imminent future because game 3 didn't matter. The points aren't real and the games don't matter. But the victor was Hikari, moving on to Grand Finals winner's side, guaranteeing at least $100 in the pocket from that placement. And, loser side, it is now a pit of sharks. It's Mexico on Mexico team eliminations now. You gotta claw through your countrymen, make it your way back to Hikari. Gish Ryu is going to be our next match on the loser side, and then Danny has the privilege to fight the winner there, and then the winner of that set has the privilege to fight against Hikari. So we may get a run back, but Hikari is looking definitely the far and ahead the favorite of the tournament.
Yeah, most definitely. You can see Hakaishin getting that double elimination on Boyka to be going up against Ryuken here. Also, Ryuken able to take down Gish 2-1. That is very impressive. Going to be going into the semis,
yeah, that is interesting. I was looking at the bracket on on the ESL Play website for Compete.PlayStation, and it was saying Ryu versus Gish. So it's actually Ryu versus Hakaishin. My apologies. Oops, got it all switched up. But that is going to be really exciting too. That's Gish. I definitely did not see them falling to Ryu. That is a very back and forth set. So, wow, a lot of upsets here. Hakaishin coming in strong after that 2-1 after Boyka, and I mean Danny took him down 2-0. So that could be another run back there, right there. We could get a run back into a run back. Wow.
Yes,
oh, wow.
Everybody getting revenge opportunities here. And that's something that's always interesting to see in bracket, how those players that fell in the winner side of things kind of adjust on the loser side of things, right? They have more stuff to think about. I usually hand them the advantage when the players are of similar skill level, but definitely some nasty competitors. Danny, very, very strong. Hakaishin, definitely looking good as well. We'll see if he can take him down. Ryuken, though, getting that W over Gish, that's a lot of momentum. That's a lot of confidence. It's going to be tough to take down someone that should be feeling very good about themselves right now.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to be able to carry that confidence into the next set. That's the most important part, because it's not over until it's over. Once all your characters are done and you're out of sets, that's totally fine. You can relax and let the tension disappear. But for now, you gotta focus on the job at hand. You got to complete the mission.
Most definitely. The mission is not done yet. Hikari, the closest to completing it in Grand Finals winner side of things. But as you mentioned, now it's going to be a lot of players that are going to be more familiar with each other, right? Everybody from Mexico going to definitely most likely have some experience against one another to see who really is going to be the best to come out of this bracket, or at least the best today, right? A lot of the time when you're playing up against sparring partners and stuff like that, in tournament, it's just such a different environment. A lot of times players will go with unorthodox strategies, go against the grain of their normal decision making because they know the opposite player knows them so well. So it's always interesting to see those players that are very familiar with each other run into one another in bracket.
I think a great way. Yeah, I think a great way you just put it. It actually is Gish versus Ryu.
Okay.
We're getting it fixed right here. So super exciting. I know my eyes weren't deceiving me. I just went to the eye doctor today, so maybe I was wrong. They gave me a nice retinal scan, and they're like, your power is over 9,000. You actually are Goku's brother. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Kakarot Jr. But yeah, looking at this, Gish, obviously one of the strongest players in Mexico, showing us why they are going to be one of the favorites to watch for Thunderstruck coming up. And versus the other side of Ryu, again, both these players consistently showing up in these brackets, trying to make a name for themselves and continue to be strong in this Dragon Ball scene.
Yeah, definitely some young gunners coming out, rocking that Dragon Ball FighterZ, definitely holding their skills when it comes to fighting games on this title. And here today, we're going to be definitely trying to battle each other. And either way, they're going to need a lot of this momentum, need to really show out in this game, because Danny is a monster, and taking them down is not going to be easy. Even maybe with them feeling a little down about the loss to Kari, is still going to be a mountain to overcome. And I mean, sometimes the L's are anger power-ups, right? Or you have the safety net of no more, or you don't have the safety net of being in that winner's bracket anymore, and that can unlock another level. So either way, both of these players really starting to terrorize through the losers bracket, have met in losers semifinals now. And I mean, these are our top four players, I would say, today. So everybody showed out, and it's definitely showing why we consider them the favorites in the bracket.
Yeah, definitely the losers bracket Zenkai boost coming in, but only one of them can prove strong enough to continue on, and we're going to be determining that soon as we get into the set. Again, this is losers semifinals, so it is 2 out of 3 again, not 3 out of 5. So only 2 opportunities for these players. They got to get 2 games apiece to move on. And I wanted to touch on that point you had earlier about, in tournament, you do things that are unexpected, you do things that are aggressive. I remember watching in Reversal's Latif interview for Evo. The reason he was so surprised about Leffen was because Leffen was doing things that were really overzealous, that were really risky, and not expected for a player of that caliber, and that's why it worked. And that's what you need to see at these levels, because, once the respect is there, that's when the mind games really begin. Because if somebody is putting you on a pedestal, that's where you kick them when they're down, because you got the high ground. Oh, and that is a high way to start the game right there with a debuff. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out of this pretty lady.
Respect is a mind game in and of itself, and it's something to be manipulated like everything else when it comes to a fighting game. It's competition, and right now my man manipulated him into down backing for his life, overhead caught, lots of meter on his side, but Ryuken can have one more chance at life with the Vegito.
All right, guess per character, no spark. It's a 50-50. You gotta guess left or right. Oh, the Ugg boots.
Yeah, in the Ugg boots, hitting them with the back of the heel right there. And they're not only built for comfort, also built for pain.
That's true. Man, you ever rock a pair of Ugg boots? It is definitely. It takes a certain type of person.
So I never rocked a pair of Ugg boots. I did have some Ugg slippers at a point in time.
Oh,
very comfy.
That's actually amazing. I feel like Crocs are the new Ugg boot.
Yeah, 100%. I never thought about that, but you nailed it 100%.
Oh man, he's stealing his turn back over and over again, and the assist call was so good from Gish.
The lab coat, taking down that raw tag, and again, run it right back for him. Another level 3 with the 18. Ryuken, which side are we gonna block this time, fam? He's gonna cross you up again.
Yep. Oh, you're right. You blocked it. That was really good. But now you got to deal with the mix again. I don't really like that barrier call because you can't super dash, you can't mash. You just kind of have to respect it, and that's awful. That's not what you want to do. Ryuken getting completely punished here. Show me the disc loops.
Man, legitimately got double tapped on the headshot. The one jump S into the other jump S.
It's like when Vegito does double sword, and you're like, this guy, man. Why would he do this? Oh, and this is such a dominant first game so far.
100%, man. Gish just got his assist back as well. Oh, thanks. Oh, I was going to say almost converted off both of them for the kill, but Ryuken getting one more chance here. I mean, in a game like Dragon Ball, this is damn near impossible.
Yeah, no spark, no nothing. You got to make every decision perfectly. And it's working out so far. Practice makes perfect.
And that's the thing, right? In these games where comebacks are damn near impossible, when you do it, it's Hall of Fame status. So Ryuken gonna try to take down the last bit. Oh, try to sneak in the command grab, but we jumped right out, and now you're back to blocking assist. Until that, there's a gap. I will DP. One Dragon Ball away, by the way, but nowhere close to 7 meters.
Yeah, that'd be, and you can't get it on the side of Gish either. Oh my God, challenging on to Hell's Gate right there. Nah, no Jinem beats, blocking Ryuken. Oh no.
Get that out of my face, bro.
Full extension.
Talked about it, Hall of Fame status. You will be #1 on High Fight's top 10 if you can make a Dragon Ball comeback like this.
Yeah, the one decision, one overhead. You have to be so careful of the boot. You got to be so careful of the key blast coming out of Janemba.
Yeah, Janemba has so many ways to just catch you flinching at the wrongest moment. And look at this defense from Ryuken still. Oh, and I had to open my cursed mouth and say, look at his defense. Gets caught low as soon as I do. But that was an impressive display.
My man was holding north, trying to escape to the skies because a command grab was in his future, but you can't guess in that situation. Any touch would get you. When you get opened up by the block string, that is typical, and it hits you low, it feels bad. That is a cardinal sin.
Definitely not a good feeling. It's one of those things when you're at a situation that feels so hopeless, you just kind of do as a Hail Mary maneuver, right? You're like, this is probably not going to work, but I'm also probably not going to win. So maybe this bails me out.
Getting bailed out right now by the Janemba A. So good right there. You know, it's typical, like it works in a similar fashion as a Vegeta A assist back in the day. Because if you super dash it too early, you get full punished. But Janemba the A tracks. So you get this false sense of security when you super dash it. And that's exactly what happened to Ryu. Guess for your character. Spark? No.
Holding on to it for now. I'm confident. Oh, you thought you escaped. Right now, not going to be enough to build to the kill. And we do get the raw tag out. Wow, that vanish was risky, but only Ian reflect for it.
Could have opted for the 2H, but was not as confident. Reflect comes out. It is safer.
Extension here. Whoa. Charged up. Oh, nice conversion right there. Recognizing the single air hit to the EX. Really want to stabilize the game plan.
Yeah, we're losing him. Ryu now getting the pickup. No! The drop, but again, another drop opportunity. 2 drops in a row. You can't let that happen. No.
Especially on 18, bro. You never want this character to get another chance at life. And Gish, not even looking for the raw tag out immediately, doesn't want to be linear about it, chucking the disc instead, even calling it assist, really ready to fight it out with the 18 until then.
And Ryuken got the reaction with the reflect, but, you know, not the 2H. You hate to see that. That would have been a huge punish, but gets the pickup anyways right after. There's so much damage.
Medium starter, I was just going to say, she is melting right now.
Is she dead? No way. No way. This is a lot of super damage, but I don't think she's dead. No way.
Good amount for sure, but like, we're on life support perhaps. I think so.
That's going to be close right here. Yep.
Yeah. And
Sam
of course.
Tale as old as time right there.
It's tough. It really kind of amplifies your mental stack too when you have no health to work with and trying to block that 6M. But a great command grab right there from Janemba. Another thing that people just end up sleeping on a lot of the time.
Now got to deal with everything that's coming afterwards, and it's, you know, back to pretty much even. Obviously a health deficit for the side of Gish, but has that extra bar, has Sark as well. So, you know, this could go either way very quickly.
Yeah, both rocking the barrier assist as well. You saw Nicole, nobody getting hit by it. Such a good tool that Vegito has. Both barriers is coming out again. Ooh, combos.
That was a 6M confirm right there too. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Not something you see every day.
Okay, now you got to guess. Where's it going to be? Cross up, wonderful block, and you have to spark there. You do not want to look for a command grab. Want a double teleport. Got to escape. Look for the super dash. That's exactly what we're going to be trying to find. There it is.
The move from Gish, so slick right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to spark on that IAD mix-up, but maybe just putting it a little bit too late, or maybe just that confident in his defense. Either way, Ryu can toss him to the corner.
Yeah, a little too greedy right there on the defensive play, but, I mean, able to escape as well. But now definitely a lead, but you can't. That is anti-air, invulnerable, huge damage.
Can do nothing after that. Alley-oop into herself.
True, and now you call the brother again. You cannot raw tag when that EX is used. So smart.
Oh, can't get the conversion though. That would have been huge for Gish. Instead, Ryuken snipes him out with a key blast here, and with this amount of meter, should be enough to finally kill this Android 18. It feels like she had 9 lives this match.
Yeah, looking like a cat. But you know what? Cat and mouse game finally finishes. It was a mouse trap. Janemba left in the back. One touch on both these characters, though, so it's still an incredibly close game.
Yeah, absolutely. Janemba could blow these characters up. One right starter. Oh, and again, you try to chase that down, just slices them out the sky.
And you know, normally you have to delay that backdash, by the way, to escape the command grab right there with that angle. That's not something that you can just auto time and autopilot on. And we talked about autopiloting at the beginning of the set. Not allowed. You gotta deal with the command grab. It finally came out, the first one of the set. Not gonna kill. Vanish. Oh, Jesus.
No! Wakes up on level 3 of his own. Blows through that key blast. Still anybody's game here. Oh, doesn't get caught. My God. The defense is strong. Doesn't react with his own. Oh my goodness. How'd he block that cross up? Blocking the overheads as well. How is he doing this? That's 6M even.
Oh, and the 2L got hit by the command grab spacing. You gotta be kidding me. The stagger pushed him too far. His tiny limbs, one of the weakest parts of 17 is his small normals. That was so tense. Oh, I couldn't even talk.
Nah, that was a ridiculous discipline from Gish. Great recognition by you at that point too, recognizing that it just missed the 2L just outside the range and got clipped because of it. Oh man, Gish holding on. A hell of a set. One of my favorites, possibly my favorite of the whole day so far. And it is going to end at a 2-0 as well, because that was our last best of 3. So losers finals bound. Gish versus Danny. That's going to be a hell of a match. But big ups to Ryuken. That was a dope show for sure.
Sick. That was sick. And the fact, like, if you've never been in that position blocking against 17, when he has that half a bar and he does triple overhead and he does double overhead into empty low, and you're like, God, this is a lot to handle. And then he does the cross up overhead again, and it's like, wow, you really blocked both of those back to back in this environment. That's under this pressure. That was insane from Gish. Loving to see that. That was chef's kiss. We were talking about, wow, look at the defense. Finally happened. We didn't say it this time. That's why. We just made monkey noises. We were like, oh, woo.
Oh man, that was ridiculous for sure. And I mean, just being in that position, like you said, against Android 17, even when you're familiar with the character, he's just one of those, because of his erratic movements and how quickly he can go from side to side and up, down, and whatnot. Even when you know what's going on, it's just so visually overwhelming that it's very easy to slip up. And the fact that Gish stood so strong, so disciplined throughout that, testament to his composure as a player for sure. But now you got to take that momentum and try to snowball it up against Danny, who has been looking real strong today as well.
Yeah, do it again. You beat the side of Gish, but now you got to beat Danny. No, you beat not Danny. Gish didn't beat Gish. Gish beat Ryu, the main character. Now you have to go through Danny,
the double main
character. Yeah, you got Cell's Angels versus Janemba's Angels. Actually, Janemba's Devils. That's what they are.
Yeah,
there we go. Real? There we go. See, I'm loving these team names I'm coming up with. Arc System Works. You know who to call.
Cell's Angels is truly OD. That is the best name for this team for sure.
So good. Absolutely splendid.
With the succubus of 18 on the other squad, you gotta call them the Devils for sure.
The Devil. That's right, dude. She takes 21% of your damage, 21% of your life, and 21% of your credit card information. Because you gotta buy her. You gotta buy that character.
That's
$5.
True,
You gotta get her on the team.
Oh my goodness.
Do it for her, man. Do it for her. Those Saiyan cells are itching for combat.
She calling out your cellular structure? That's OD.
And then Cell is just so upset. He's like, ah! How dare you talk about me? My namesake, my cells. I am perfect.
Oh my goodness.
My man is just so upset.
We're rushing the dragon down already? Okay. Rush the magic dragon. You're gonna just perfect attack on there. Okay, all right. What was it? Was that a common approach on offense, Jake Ryan? Oh my goodness, spinning the key blast.
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know if maybe there was some a counter option that is popular with that perfect attack. Maybe it was a setup for an assist.
No, it definitely is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah. I mean, not surprising at all.
Oh, okay.
There are some nutty options that people can utilize. So yeah, they get too creative. I'm not the creative type. All right, I fill in the boxes.
I feel you. I hit that Sharingan real quick. I'm X copy.
Oh.
I miss me with trying to make my own tech, bro.
This is your combo. This is my combo.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll just implement what you do better. That's my strat.
Loving that. And the pressure sequence from the side of Danny was so good because it was anti-spark, the spacing, amazing. And now Gish, got pretty warmed up in that last set, but Danny said, cool down. All right.
Yeah, not really even letting them play so far here in game one. Even when that sparking still on the defensive end, now you got to deal with this. I love that. Just waiting after seeing the reflect come out. Danny's done such a good job of not overcommitting.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Oh, that's exactly what I'm going to do. What an answer.
The cursed mouths of the commentators.
Literally, wow, what great neutral and defense. Immediately gets hit.
I was literally he's not overcommitting at all. That just does a vanish.
Hard vanish.
Barrier. Yeah, all right, well, sorry.
Oh no, you're deader than dead off that spin. Ugh.
In the same block where I can't finish that line, but Danny taking down Janemba. Now we just got the 18 left.
If you don't know, now you know. All right, nice. Yep, waiting patiently, chasing the up tech right there, but the standing low from Gish connects, and 18 Definitely a character that can make the comeback solo, has all the tools in the tank to not only mix, protect herself, but play very sound neutral. And this is where it begins.
I completely agree with you right now. Full health Android 18, still with some good meter on deck as well. Oh, considering the health and Danny's characters, 100% doable here. Gets the right mix here. Meter efficient, optimal combo as well to not spin another one to kill after that level 3. I mean, Gish is almost in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, and that's what's so scary about it too, because like you said, driver's seat enabled. All right, we're going into sports mode. All right, we've already reversed because next hit, I am in the lead. And you know what? Danny says no more hits. All right, you're a one-hit wonder. Get off my screen.
You got on the charts one time. You don't live there like me.
Ooh. For you, it was the best day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. Getting hit by the command grab. Danny feeling good about that.
Yes, most definitely. With 2 bars on deck, exactly the amount of cash he needs to cash in and cash out the life bar. 1-0, excuse me.
Yeah, that was really good. Dang, I did not believe that this was the best day for commentary to use that line. Shout outs to Street Fighter the movie. Like, ooh, I've never gotten to say that. I don't think I've done an event on a Tuesday. So thank you, PlayStation, for giving me a bar to deliver. And we see 1 bar on the side of Danny's side, obviously getting that first game. And this is losers final, so it is going to be a 1st-to-3 situation once again. So, you know, even though down that first game, there's a lot of time to adapt. We saw what Hikari was able to do after losing the first game, so this is by no means over.
Yeah, absolutely right. Oh no, but Gish, maybe a hard read attempt right there, but either way, coming up empty, and Danny gets a chance to start that game.
Yep, there we go. Danny again had the same kind of start in the first game. Oh my god, that mix-up. You just get, sometimes you get smoked. Like, sometimes you just get completely opened up and bodied. And that character is no more. There can only be one. And the lab coat, it's my lab coat, sorry. Yours is in the cleaners.
Get the run in the glasses. They broke those bad boys. Now, Seljanemba, big bodies, tall bodies.
The big boys.
Oh,
this season has been a lot nicer to these characters too. You can't fuzzy them anymore.
Yeah, exactly right. Not that the tall bodies really matter as much as they once did, but it's just I like seeing their matchup.
I mean, you can get overheaded a lot still.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it matters, just not as much as it once did.
My man Janemba's got a real big head.
Because I remember the days when people were like, we can't even play tall characters. Like, they actually are just removed from the select screen.
You were actually a brave warrior if you played a tall character. Oh my god! And the bravery from Gish on defense with a happy birthday. That is so much damage. And this level 3, it's not going to be that side. No, you could have gone from the level 1 into level 3 to kill both. I'm actually really surprised that Gish didn't do that. Maybe didn't think it was going to have time to connect with the same super, but almost. That sucks. Oh, tried to go for the spark beat, but didn't connect the time. This is so scary because if Gish doesn't get another hit and doesn't get that blue health gone, then he's going to gain so much life back, and that's exactly what we're going to see. The happy birthday was all for naught.
Yeah, well, now Lab Code 21 literally building her entire life bar back. Level 3 as well. Danny right back in control. Let's see how we're going to get out of this situation. You got to guess. Empty low is there. Did not guess correctly. I'm not a fan of the Ugg boots. You got to get in style. Get with the times. Put the Crocs on.
I loved it. Thank you for bringing that back around. I can always count on you, and I can always count on Danny to show us a very strong performance. You're so good, Rinch. That's my guy right there.
Oh, and then I already know the forbidden starters. Oh, the double beam into the raw tag combo. That was kind of cute.
It definitely is. I am loving these decisions. I'm loving this gameplay that we're seeing from Danny. This is straight up some Dragon Ball Fighters. Danny he came here to play, but he didn't come here to play. Oh no, not again.
Hopefully we can get into the match.
Shenron was summoned into the skies, got a little dark out there, and we had to wait for the storm to settle to get back into the Dragon Ball FighterZ action. Once again, we are in our losers finals, and it is a 2-1 situation for Hikari, but not Hikari, for Gish, I believe. We were gone for a second. Shenron was so amazing that I lost the score, but we're gonna be getting back into the set because, man, oh man, we got real overwhelmed by that dragon, but it's all right.
Shenron's been making cameo appearances. He's hard at work at granting us our rollback wish. So thank you again, Shenron, for finally listening to us. So we got to deal with him throwing fits every now and then, but it's okay. We back at it. As you mentioned, we are in a losers finals territory. It is Gish versus Danny going at each other. Definitely real good set so far. I believe Danny took the first game. 2-0
for Danny.
We have been updated with the results so far, so it's going to be 2-0 for Danny here in the losers finals. Definitely looking mad good as we're going to be jumping into the next game momentarily. We got all of our players rounded and wrangled up again for this compete.playstation.com Fight Nights event. Again, Dragon Ball is kicking off the event. We still got Street Fighter and Tekken coming in the subsequent days, so you already know how we getting down here. And Hikari, if you're just joining us, is waiting in Grand Finals winner side.
Yeah, feeling pretty there. Obviously, getting to watch everybody duke it out, and Gish has one more opportunity to fight back against Danny. It's going to be quite difficult because we talked about the momentum being such an important part of their loser run, and immediately getting down 2-0. There's not a worse way to lose momentum. Like that is mental boom at that point. You're like, dang, I was nasty and I ran out of focus. Can't do it anymore.
Yeah, everything that you have been like snowballing and kind of counting on has really helped you get into this position. It just all feels nullified, right? Everything feels like at this point you might as well be starting from square one, and none of that even happened. So it's definitely going to be a tough thing for Gish to overcome, but got the first hit, can't convert it into much though.
Yeah, really like that because now it is a one-touch situation in the corner, because even though it's not a big conversion here, actually a drop. Oh, time to party. Perfect attack. Nobody else got one.
Exactly, my man. So you give him a chance to scramble, and that perfect attack is going to be coming out real quick.
I love that extension off of the cell beam. Like the fact that you can just do that midair. It looks so sick. Oh, yeah. Man. You got to have sick defense to defend those. Yikes.
Grab, always catching people off guard. We got Danny sparking up overhead city. First exit.
That was actually cheeky because you're in sparking and you're telling me all you did was 6M with a C assist. You're like, we're talking about mental boom. My man literally said I could mix you with the nastiest mix-up, and I chose 5L, right? Like, that's what it feels like. It's like my man just jabbed me and I died.
It was one of those that was like both on page 1 and page 25 of the playbook. You're like, how did this get back here? They're like, once you understand, then you understand. But until then, you don't understand.
If you get it, you get it. You got it. If you know, you know. That's how it is. And it's a part of the playbook. It's the forbidden part, because you start realizing that playbook in the middle just starts printing backwards. So you get to page 13 and then page 1 is actually there, but it's labeled 14. That's the part that messes you up, because you think they're two different things, because they are.
Exactly. It really does. Like the context regarding or around fighting game decisions is my favorite part of the whole genre. So, it's definitely something I can wax on about.
It's definitely a vicious cycle. You're going into this level 3. Vicious in nature. Nice. Raw tag. And you know what? Gish getting the pickup. Looking good, staying alive. What's a better way to reset momentum than 3-2 in your next opponent? It's fine. Reverse sweep, you're just warming up for grand finals, right? Because then you're down in the dumps, but then you're higher than ever. All right? This is master strategy.
Oh, the peaks and valleys, right? Feeling the high highs after the low lows, bringing yourself back from the depths. Right now, Gish is looking to do that exact thing here. One bar will get the job done. Not quite. Oh, I didn't even see he had the second bar. Built it at the last second. Literally nothing. No more meter to his name.
Yeah, gotta spend it all. Don't be cheap, because now it's 3 characters versus 1. And this is This is exactly where Gish wants to be. Oh no!
All right, that's a rough one. Definitely lots of damage here. We talked about the meter. You were starving for it to start the combo, so it's got a hard knockdown, or excuse me, soft knockdown. Next up. Oh my goodness, tries to fall with something after the spin, but not gonna happen. Gish more than ready, puts a dub on the board.
Yeah, super good turnaround from Gish. We talked about resetting momentum, and that is a way to have your opponent now forced to respect you. You have put them into a position where they stop you now, or it's a do or die situation. Like, you need this next game is the most important game of the set.
Yeah, exactly. Because Gish getting the W, as you mentioned, it just kind of nullifies everything up until that point, right? It's all 0-0. Next game wins. That momentum that you just built is gone. Now it's in the other person's corner. Definitely, the pressure is on Danny as much as it is on Gish at this point in this game.
Yeah, it is no small feat. But right now, Danny fighting back, even though he got lost in that first interaction, ends up winning the next one. When is the spark going to come out? Right there. God, I could feel it in my bones, man.
You know, with Gish's tendencies and what he's been prioritizing when it comes to the gameplay, he had to do it. He didn't want to give Danny that opportunity to get off with Cell, and we're going to see it with the spark. At the very least, back to the neutral game, being blocked on the other side, reflected, recognized the gap real quick.
And oh, that is so tricky. Again, using the last second of the spark to make Gish think he'd go for a fancy cross up, maybe another mix up, but comes in with the tap DR. Just too much to think about.
Completely overwhelming this mental stack on Gish's side. Level 3 for the knockdown, you already know. Oh, and then the sharp knees. No lotion necessary for those bad boys. They weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, yeah. You know, all is fair in Love and War. All is fair.
That's facts. Ashy knees, anything that you could sharpen, make your opponent more unpleasant to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
As the goal.
Let's see how this Oki goes. You can go left, right here. Goes for the cross up. And, you know, you could have great defense for a while, but you can't do it forever. It's so hard.
Yeah, this assist from Android 21 really taking advantage of that scramble. We saw a drop from Gish. Now Danny not looking to return the favor.
Again, level 3 right here. The steals is really important here. I like that over the Oki because now you have so many more options. Alien steals are pretty good, and that is such a good option to wake up with. That is a huge touch here, but not calling the assist, knowing it's not going to kill, going to use it for a reset, and that was so good to start up that beat. Damn.
That was super good. Catching the end of that, the reflect had like the invul state of the reflect was gone from the assist, and like just perfectly timed to kind of trap that next button coming out.
Oh yeah. And now it's looking a lot like the first game that we saw between these two, where Danny has just figured it out, and you know, making that quick adjustment has been the most important part of the set.
Ooh, and then tapped and literally blessed the forehead right there with a backhand double overhead. Does open up Gish here. So much meter as well into Cell directly. How you gonna escape this one? Which side are we gonna go with?
I think same side. Oh, and I was right, but I didn't block low. And that means that this is the only way the match can go. It's looking like Gish has fallen 3-1 to the likes of Danny. Such a strong performance, and now he's gonna get his run back that he's been looking for. Akari versus Danny.
Yeah, definitely big ups to Gish, coming in 3rd place overall here at the Fight Nights for Dragon Ball FighterZ, is in the money. Gonna be going home with some of our prize pool, in addition to Ryu Ken with that 4th place. But we are going to decide who gets that big share, that lion's share of the prize pot next, as Danny has completed the journey to get the run back after falling 3-1 to Hikari in winners finals. Hikari, you already know, is going to be feeling good. Let's take a look at the bracket to detail out how exactly we've gone here so far. Again, Danny going to be getting that run back in a grand finals ASAP. Should be a good one.
Yeah, and looking at the bracket, it has been one good day so far, because the matches that we've had have been such high level and a great display of skill across so many different characters. As you can see, we're at our grand finals now, the final match of the night, barring a reset between Hikari versus Danny. But you know, lots of 3-1s. Haven't had a 3-0 just yet, but we might be seeing that in this grand final. And it's neck and neck, but Hikari definitely is the favorite here after what he did to Danny the first time.
Yeah, and despite that winners final set being 3-1, that was 3 straight victories for Hikari, right? Danny was able to put that first dub on the board, and then Hikari saw his own blood and just went into a rage. Didn't really let Danny play afterwards, just really kind of overwhelmed him offensively. And that's going to be Danny's main priority coming into this grand finals, to try to stabilize the neutral a little bit and not just get overwhelmed, not kind of let Hikari snowball off that first turn he takes.
Yep, and you know, that's going to be the hardest part. You have to stop him when he already has the confidence, and he has more opportunities. So you gotta, it's show up or shut up now.
And we've seen another thing about Hikari too, is that when he's been in dominant positions, we've seen some flair, right? We've seen some showmanship where he's willing to kind of throw the optimal decision away to send a mental message. And that will not only send that mental message, do damage to your mental fortitude, but also it just makes him a little bit more unpredictable. It makes him a little bit more harder to read, and it just adds on to that stack.
It's that extra layer that at any point they can commit to just make the wrong decision on paper, and that's so scary. It's so scary because it's a volatility that you're not used to, especially when you do establish that respect and know how good a player can be. It's like, again, page 14, nah, page 1.
That is how it goes, man. Like respecting your opponent, showing them, like giving them the credibility that they won't make this apparent wrong decision on paper. I mean, it's just another mind game to exploit. And we've seen that you have to do it at the highest level too. We've seen the best of the best do stuff like that, where on paper you'd be like, why would you do this? But it's precisely because of that reason, right? It's just something that you have to wield with responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. And getting to that high level in fighting games, you can't do it that often, but there's specific moments where it really changes the tide of matches.
Yeah, you really got to know how to let loose at all the right times. And again, it is no easy feat, but one of these players is going to be able to come out on top. We've already seen fantastic play from both of these players, and how strong we've seen Danny be in the losers. It could go either way. It really can, because again, Danny did get that first game against Hikari, and this is going to be the decider. Our grand finals of PlayStation Fight Nights: Hikari versus Danny. Hikari only needs 3 to win and be your champion, getting that lion's share of the prize.
Oh, great defensive decision from Danny right there, really turning it around. I do want to highlight the round start though. We talked about stable game plans, and he doesn't get more stable than that 5M into the Vegito assist. Hikari constantly going to start with that, but Danny able to weather that storm offensively, not respecting the assist, but that was a great sequence from Hikari, but not great enough.
Yeah, now going to be losing this red Gogeta. Again, this first game is looking really good for this side of Danny. Obviously warmed up from the loser set, so Hikari having to go cold into this. Losing the advantage early, losing the point character.
But Danny did take that first game in their winners final set, right?
True.
Right now it is the sequel, the run back, hasn't really deviated from the plot we saw the first time just yet. Oh no!
Like Predators 3 after Predators 2. Didn't deviate far. Very similar. Just the 3 story beats. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, for Hikari, right, it was a box office hit and smashed them. So, and just keep on doing the thing until the people stop coming.
That's right. Doors aren't closing until I say they're done. Now lockdown once again. Oki is going to be falling after this. I love that he's going for this, because now it forces, is it going to be a spark bait? Are you willing to lose this character? What are you going to do? Try to go for the spark bait. Got caught by the back into the spin? What?
I can't believe that spin beat that.
That's insane. Why? Oh, what a good 2H as well. Love to see that. You're telling me I play this character and I think that's messed up. Oh, God.
Is when you truly know something is a problem, is when you play the character and you instinctually still get disgusted by what you see. You're like, bro, like how is it possible?
It's unsettling. Unsettling.
Oh
Man, I really hit that with people. I really hit people with that. I think that's one of the best things I've learned from fighting games. Danny is really washing Akari right now. This is crazy. But yeah, okay, yeah. So that's first game to Danny. Very good stuff. Loving this play. And you know what? What is this change right here? I just realized he's playing Gotenks.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it until the DHC to kill the last character. I was like, oh, initial G back in the building.
Dang, I can't believe it. Danny was a Gotenks player, so that's really exciting to see him go back to the character. Jesus, wow. It caught me off guard. That was really good. The graphic betrayed me, man. My small gorilla peanut commentary brain couldn't keep up. Who? Character?
The Gotenks is back on the field of play.
Heck yeah.
Danny striking first blood. Like we said, they did the same thing happened in Winners Finals, but that was very, very dominant in this first game. So,
oh no. Not again. You know what was really dominant in the first set? That 5 LLL.
Yeah.
Can you figure out how to deal with 3 buttons in a similar order?
And now, yeah, everybody's got their assists on the table here. Oh, the 2M. Oh my goodness. Oh, vanishing away. But yeah, a little bit high. So it's back to Danny's turn.
Akari's gonna be looking for a DP. No! Not looking for a Dragon Rush. And I love it every time. Oh, what a block. Gets hit.
And it is the cursed ways. The cursed lives we lead. But right now, yeah. Throw him back into the corner with that.
I blinked, and Danny, took an inch, now a mile. Guess for your character, and whoa, got hit low, escaped, but then got hit mid. Maybe took their hands off the controller. Not 100% sure. Not a great situation.
Hey, I definitely thought Hikaru was going to end up sparking right there, but
yeah,
he's been a little bit greedy with the spark, I think. A lot of time, maybe even trying to put some chips on the limit break sparking comeback. I think that's kind of what he did last game until he went into the Vegito. But right now, yeah, it's interesting to see his decision-making process.
I mean, yeah, there are 2 schools of thought too. Like, do you want to have that level 3 sparking character that is just going to absolutely obliterate? Because that is what Vegito can do. Or do you keep your team comp? That's it. Those are the 2 weights. And Hikari is opting for the anchor potential because they believe in their Vegito, but working on a little bit better this time, keeping the lab coat alive.
Yeah, most definitely right now. The lab coat got to do work. If you want this game plan to be kind of the primary one, then obviously the lab coat doing work before you get there is just a huge stress relief. And that's what's kind of happening right now. Oh my goodness, the auto combo going underneath them, back into the IAD on the original side. Incredible awareness. And that's some of the quick thinking that we've really seen from Akari this whole bracket.
Yeah, skill issue.
Yeah, like my man's like the way he reacts to these weird situations to catch his opponent off guard, like that is a hallmark of a top tier player.
It hurts, man. It hurts. When they get you like that, you're like, man, you micro dash LL, and it was the right thing. You're crazy.
Yeah, it's just it hurts morale. It's something that is damn near impossible. Double up on the overhead. Sorry, again, we talked about it, right? When he's comfortable, he'll get some resets going, some cheeky stuff, show a little flamboyance for the crowd, and send a message in the process.
Man, a little bit of that flair. That was nasty. That I-80 button's the hardest mix-up, bro. It's too much. Ugh. And then you get hit by it twice. You're like, dang. I really just ran out of gas. Good stuff from the side of Akari. That is exactly what I was expecting to see. Same story. Like I said, just a little different. Predator 2, Predator 3. Just change it up. Tiny touches. That's it. Same movie.
Yeah, man, he really didn't need his first character, right? Akari lost to Gogeta. Didn't matter at the end of the day. Got it done with the 21 and the Vegito. So even if Danny gets past that character, it's not free.
Yeah, and I mean, something you'll see a lot of players practice too in training mode is not only your full 3-character squad, it's playing on 2 characters and then labbing on 1 character to see how you can push the limits. And that really paid off for Akari because you can see the comfortability on all these characters and how they play and interact with each other.
Most definitely, and right now does build to the 3 bars here with that extension. More than enough here. You're just gonna need 2. What a start for Akari once again. I mean, yeah, definitely looking like the set we saw from the winner side of things.
Yeah.
See what Danny needs to do, though. He definitely does not want to go quietly into the night.
Oh, no!
You just got to deal with so much, and Akari has been so on point with his assist calls.
That was mad hard to deal with. Just got scooped up by the assist. But Danny now getting the pickup. Should cash out here, I would say. You want to maybe even spend the level 1 to get more. Nah, just opt for the level 3. Next touch will kill on Disco Gita 4. So, I mean, do you spark on Akari? We saw him sacrifice the character before. I don't think he sparks.
Yeah, definitely contend with blocking it out a lot of the time. Those get clipped on the spin. Trying to get too close, man.
You gotta protect your neck. Let's see. Okay, nice. I love that moon jump to get in right there. And Hikari does opt to force the spark. But the key difference here, that was so freaking smart. The key difference here being that he sparked for Vegeta.
Yeah.
So that's the most important piece of the team. That is what we have identified.
He understands. Oh, really the glue that brings this team together, and right there picks up the hit, takes him down to 1 character.
And yeah, Hikari is definitely playing a lot better in this set. And now, God, he's just everything's starting to work out. Everything's coming up Hikari.
Yeah, Mans is definitely cooking right now. Toss him back into the corner. No assist available at this point, but still just such a long way to go for Danny. Tries to vanish, cover the time, cancels into the 2H. Stop that.
That was so good. That was like, oh, you can't guard cancel vanish against it's a double hitting move. You can cancel it. Oh, that was so good. God, nobody does that shit.
That was a great awareness for sure. Now, it is just a fact, right? That like you said, 2-hitting move, you guard cancel the first hit, and giving him the opportunity to still cancel it anyway. I mean, Hikari knows what's up, man. It just shows again, you can't be lazy against this fella. He's too good.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, he is moving on this character. My man doubled down and then followed up again. He was negative. He said, "You're not gonna press." Did the same thing, and then when he pressed, he punished. Why? Why is he going at 100 degrees? Oh man, you know, 100 miles. You hit a pole sometimes.
It do. There's a whole lot of speed, a whole lot of car for a lot of drivers. So, fortunately, there gets caught with the cell pull.
Oh, this is so hard too. You have to be so careful. And that, you know what? Not getting cracked earlier is a testament to Danny's defense, but there was just way too much to think about. And the way Hikari was like ducking and weaving and waiting, it was too much.
Most definitely. And Hikari has just been so unpredictable, so on point at the same time. While he's kind of switching it up, it's just hard when he brings out that layer 1. Both players finish to win the C assist, bringing it in.
That was nasty. But, you know, the thing that's interesting about that is he didn't really get that much damage.
No. He wanted to bring in the Vegito. He took the blue life that he got from that. Really identifying the problem character, but Hikari, like you said, not getting a full advantage, not getting a lot of damage, not getting a lot of Ogi, is already brought back in the lab coat.
Yeah. Oh, that was a really good overhead. You couldn't even see her behind the Gotenks beam. It was too big. Not going to get a kill here, and that is a pivotal drop. You have to continue to hold this, and that was something just full auto combo.
Iceberg Slim.
Wow. Oh, man. That was so good from Danny, actually, that auto combo.
Yeah, I honestly bring him back into this game in a much better position than he found himself previously, but gets duffed in the process.
The thing Hikari's so good about on this character is he is not afraid to swing. He could have killed there with level 1, level 3, I think. I'm not sure why he didn't go for it. Yeah, that was definitely a kill. Oh, yep, you vanished at the right time. It's not gonna hit you. And the overhead does it. Danny, without a paddle, just go tanker. Doesn't have Ghost Oki in the same way anymore. You have to set it up differently. It's gonna be so hard.
Yeah, at least the punches bringing him far enough forward to dump the Vegito assist and then catch him flinching here. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a huge damage starter.
Yeah, you're deader than dead.
Like, well, man, Gotenks, you cannot get hit by those EX punches, as you just saw. You're not gonna survive.
It's little guy. Let's keep the bananas on the head. They do a lot of damage. Right? You ever get hit by a whole stack of those? Doesn't feel good. Oh my god.
Stay crossed up, staying on the same side, the jump up sword. I'm glad
you're dead.
Oh, well, yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe not, actually. It's going to be close. Oh, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's super dash. Oh, he's going to super dash. It's coming. The jab. That was so good. To eat the bananas.
Bravely finished right there, but Danny and the Go Tanks returning to the squad and clutching out a W. We even got the updated graphic, putting him back out there to let you know what's good. Yeah, big dub right there. I mean, he does have those EX moves. They're not as effective as they once were when it comes to flailing with them, but they still get the job done, especially those punches.
Oh, yeah. The punches and the Bey. Oh, dude, new Beyblade. I want to see him go for the Beyblade Oki off the level 3. That stuff is disgusting. And talking about disgusting, that same side low. Oh, Shimmy Turner. He floated on both sides.
Oh, no. You're going to need some fairy godparents to protect you from the mix, my man, for sure.
What a match we're getting to witness so far. Hikari's got a lot of work in this set if he wants to be able to close this out before the next set. Ooh, that was so good.
Yeah, definitely a big reflect right into the 2H. Bring in the lab code and bring them down.
Nice. Yep. Check on the Dragon Rush came in clutch. Danny feeling so good about this way the set is going so far and reacting in accordance.
Yeah, definitely. You can see playing with a different level of composure than we've seen him play against Hikari so far. On bar on deck. Oh, Alakama just taking her out of range. Oh, it doesn't matter. Somehow opens him up again.
Yeah, this knockdown is going to be huge because now, oh no, you cannot drop that. Hikari sparking in that opportune moment. You have to get the hit here, and that's huge. He gets a quick little reset with the 6M2. Goes for it again. You gotta be kidding me. What?
Mid-air still converts.
Oh my god. That was a mess.
It was.
That was disgusting.
One into the level 3 here, puts her on life support. Oh, I forgot he gets the follow-up, of course. Dead.
That was such a good triple reset situation. Jesus, I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, whatever, 6M.
Yeah, incredibly well calculated. The fact that like the resets got him to the point where he would kill with that one combo. Just again, the awareness from Hikari, the quick thinking, definitely been on quite the level today. But Danny just needs that knockdown, and the cell mixes have been there, bro. My man's is getting schmixed.
Mixturized, moisturized. Stay in your lane, lab coat. Time to fight.
Styles P in the building, and now on the verge of a reset here, one character away.
Dude, I love that the part of the song is like just starting to jam out super hard as we get to this pivotal moment. Yeah, full screen super dash. Get out of my face. Get off my screen. We're going to a reset. Oh, good from Danny. No!
Danny dropping the combo here. Gonna give Hikari another chance at life. Not vanishing his vanish, but he just EX punches the first moment he gets, and EX punches his way into a reset bracket.
That was so good. Loving the reset right there. You have to have that confidence. You have to be able to fight back because that was so close. That drop at the end, you know, you like that's the moment that's do or die, really. It is.
Yeah.
You have to hold it together right there. And if you don't, tough luck. But wow, so good.
Definitely big ups to Danny, man, because after that first L, I thought it was going to be a replay of what we saw in the winners finals, right? That game 2, Hikari just ran over him, took the lead as well with the 2-1, but composure, showing that he is a force to be reckoned with right there. Danny, with the adjustments that you need at this top level to force a reset. And I mean, even that double alone, it should give him a lot of confidence going into Thunderstruck this weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, it's got to be like, you have to keep that momentum too, because the next time you lose, you have to be able to reflect on that and know what you learned. But I think it is a very good indicator of what's going to happen at Thunderstruck and who's really going to be some of the hardest competition for the tournament. So I'm really looking forward to it. And man, this reset for the grand finals, our last set of the night here for Fight Nights. It's been so good. It's been such a great night.
Most definitely, man. And yeah, I just wanted to highlight Thunderstruck one more time. As you mentioned, he is part of the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour, so there's a lot of points on the line, lots of high-level Dragon Ball competition going to be going on there that weekend. And personally, I've been to Thunderstruck a couple of times, and it's always an incredibly fun tournament. So definitely big ups to all the TOs and the production people out there. And definitely, if you are interested in going in the future, I couldn't recommend you going enough.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. FGC is a great place, guys. Thanks for helping out.
Shout out to Wolf, man. Yo, he took me to this one restaurant that was like, what was it, bro? I can't even remember. It was like beef tongue tacos. It was the greatest I've ever had. It was so good.
But
that's beside the point.
Yeah.
You ask Wolf about it for sure when you see him. Hikari, Danny, this is a reset, and what a cross under. You're not gonna keep me locked down in that corner. So the master of taking the corner from you and placing you back in it.
Yeah, and Danny is just keeping that same momentum that we saw from the last set. Absolutely loving it so far. Confident in all of the decisions he's been making, and I'm just impressed.
I'm really impressed with that sparking timing from Hikari right there too. On the perfect attack, knowing that he was gonna have that gap after sparking to freely act because the perfect attack wasn't gonna have him in block stun anymore. Yeah, that was really, really impressive.
God, and you know, like I said, you know, we were talking about the momentum, but you give Hikari that moment to adjust, and like he's that level of play where he'll come right back at you and make the necessary adjustment. So love that from him, because he was in a pretty rough defensive position and was able to make it happen with Spark.
Right, that's the winner side privilege right there, right? That's what you earn when you get into grand finals on winner side. You gotta be beaten twice. Danny took him to the limit right there, but that means a lot of data for Hikari and now a new chance at taking the W home.
Yeah, and oh man, the data for Hikari is paying off right now. It's just started to crack the defensive code. That is Danny, and it's not looking good there.
Nah, that's another character in the grave here. We've seen Gotenks do a lot of work, and he's gonna have to do some heavy lifting right now if he wants this first game. Setting up shop, got plenty of meter to work with, has the sparking available as well. It's going to take a lot of hits, and hey, that's one to start. You see the limit break damage helping him out on the Q-Blast starter as well. Oh, but tries for a bit of a cheeky reset. Looks like he might have been holding a direction, so he didn't get the auto combo follow-up.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, now level 3, you got to guess for your character. You do have Spark. When do you opt to use it?
And you see
Not yet.
Fading it out both times, but can't get the combo he was looking for on the second bait. Now Danny gets a chance.
Yeah, that is some rough stuff right there. Was in control, and that one mistake can lead to Hikari falling apart, and that's what we're seeing. The Gotenks anchor is making it happen.
And I love that from Danny too, not setting up shot with a level 3 for the reset. Yeah. Just kept it going. Didn't want to waste the sparking time with a long animation. Yeah. Really, and keeping a lot of meter.
Loving this so far. Oh, and that's all that hard work. One decision.
You thought you could spin? I'll show you a real Beyblade.
I'm the new edition, all right? You're Dragoon. I'm like Metal Revolution, Ultra Giga Chad, Beyblade, the third. It's too hard, man. Can't keep up. New generation model.
She's got the, what's the joint that David got on his back? She got one of those?
Oh, yeah, it's Sandevistan.
Yeah, the Sandevistan spin.
Yeah. It's too much.
This is military grade tech. You don't know what you're dealing with here, but a man's an old school volleyball player. Get the Haikyuu shout out going. Spike him down.
Yeah, down we go. One touchy. Oh, Danny's trying to escape, and you cannot overextend here. All right, Super Dash goes in, and the spin beats.
Oh my goodness.
The spin gets beaten out by the punches. You gotta be so careful here. He's smashing. Oh God, it's not working. Oh God,
so real frisky on every tech scenario. And Gotenks has even this up. Not much of a meter advantage either. We'll get another bar because it's the last character, but still, this is doable for Danny.
This is kind of wild right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God, Danny! Back with just the Gotenks? Are you serious, bro? It's 2022. My man Initial G out here making Dolo comebacks. What do you know about that?
Oh man, that was something so special. Fighting games are something so great, man. Holy hell! Like,
I think I need Ghost Oki. Nah,
that's the original Like, that's the original anchor right there. Him and Android 16. That is some seasonal. That's why it felt so good, I think. But also, like, it feels good now, but I remember watching it before. We were all so tight about that character.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Hikari looking a little angry in this game, too. I won't hold you. Was definitely relying on the auto combos. Did get a hit with it early, but now, look at the neck not protected. He's been trying to block out these cell mix-ups, but they've been effectively hitting. Combo drop, going to give him another chance to be on offense.
Yeah. And that chance, you know, very important here. Oh, nice defense so far. Got to hold out one more mix. There it was.
Ah, bro, I did not see him sneak back to that side. I can't blame you for getting hit on that one. Ooh, it's for the half of bars. Squeezing every bit of damage he could possibly get out. It should kill now, right?
Yes. Because of the EX extension.
Yeah, he needed that EX.
And Hikari, again, in that... Here's the thing. We saw this position before, but the key difference was Danny still had Spark, but not anymore. Still has Spin, so, you know, just as good.
Yeah, right. He still has plenty of resources to make this comeback happen. And we're doing lots of damage here to Hikari. What's Hikari going to spin his Spark on, though? Oh, he actually does do it there, but not punished cleanly.
That was so scary for a second, too. Hikari, you know, going for another reset, and it didn't pay off this time. But you know what? Three times in a row. Like, I hit you once, I'll just do it again, and then does it a third time. Like, Danny was floundering. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes when you get hit, you kind of resign yourself to your fate, and you take a lax in your mental, ends up getting yourself reset a couple of times. Definitely. But with Hikari shown that he's willing to do that already, you got to be a little bit more on point.
Yeah, and it's continuing to happen. Like, I can't believe it. The simple resets that we're seeing, and just the layer 1 decisions. Oh yeah, and now going back to the frame traps right there, looking out for the assist, trying to get away from the 6M. So
now it's Hikari getting the PTSD though. It's again the flashbacks from last game. This terror, the OG rat once again causing him mad issues. Level 3 as well. Give me that hard knockdown. Vegito is dead if he does not get out of the scenario.
Yeah. So scary. And again, it's happening again. It's happening again, Rich.
He just waited. He knows. He feels the panic from Hikari.
Rich, why are we watching episode 1 again? What's happening?
Bro, I like the race. I like the pod race. All right.
Yeah. Same episode. Different premise.
Okay.
Slightly different. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Plenty of meter here. Not gonna mess around either. Just goes with the EXOTG into the supers. Yeah. He's had enough. He's had enough flubs and weird scrambles happen.
Car's got too many miles. It couldn't keep driving. Danny, we gotta get the radiator checked out. It's overheating. You're out of water. But still, 1-1. Now it's a first 2. It's gonna be so close. I mean, this is the potential run back, right? Danny was the one that fell from Hikari, so you gotta try. You already got one set. Can you do it again?
Yeah, this still feels like a momentum on Danny's side, even with Hikari getting that last W, just because like he made him sweat with the Go Tanks at the end again. It's definitely not a comfortable W Hikari got, but still definitely looking composed here in game 3. Already starting off well, but the reflect, dealing with the Vegito assist, dealing with the follow-up as well, and then catching them long distance.
Down we go. Danny getting the most out of that interaction, and again, even though Hikari had the first hit, didn't capitalize on it really, and now Danny is in the driver's seat.
Ooh, the raw Dragon Rush. Make no bones about it. Didn't do any tick throws, no mind games, didn't show an assist. Took it back to level 1 against Hikari.
And I love that because, like, Hikari had Spark. Hikari has already shown that he's matched on Wake Up. Hikari had DP. Like, and he just ate the Dragon Rush. Like, that is, my man is shooketh.
Yeah, most definitely, right? It's like the fact that he knew he had so many options and was like, because he has so many options, he thinks I'm going to respect them. Psych. Like, that is the beauty of fighting games.
Yeah, forget that, man. Disrespect all the time and gets opened up. like that after all that? Dang it, man. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, Hikari not looking to make this a one-sided game. Definitely trying to make Danny sweat for any W he earns as well. Oh, and Danny again, though, finding a big hit. Building that meter with the sparking. That's a good look here. Dragon Rush at the end as well. Bring the level 3 in. Just trying to do as much damage as possible here. But Hikari sitting on the sparking himself. Danny, I want to see him just go in again.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, my word. It was plus. Again, it's the same story. Danny needs to continue to block or attempt to block while Hikari is going for these reset situations. He just keeps getting caught asleep at the wheel, and he's losing characters for it.
Indeed, he has a whole lab coat down. Hikari's still got plenty of sparking time as well to build that meter back up, to really put himself in a lethal position. Oh, and then, yeah, the 6M conversion as well. Try for the reset. Danny ready for it, though. The adjustment is here. Converts off the Gotenks Thesis as well. God. Level 3, that was so big. The fact that he blocked that reset, put him back in position to control and take a lead in this set for the first time. Gets the cross up, been saving that one. We've seen the empty low, we've seen the high, haven't really seen the left right until a pivotal moment in the set.
The proper moment, absolutely ready when, you know, I understood the mission and I completed on it. But Hikari getting this pickup, this is huge damage, doesn't kill. But, you know, Cell can try to escape. Do you opt to reflect? Do you opt to perfect attack? What is the approach here, Danny? You gotta be right now. Oh, if you can do anything you can do, I can do better.
Hikari, raw Dragon Rush of his own to bring him down to the final character.
That was nuts.
Oh, this raw super dash, super noosh, gonna take it to the corner. Yeah, close enough for the wall bounce, but no. Drop stat just goes with the EX punches right after anyway. Gets the wall bounce this time, and yeah, you melted real quick. Danny, real lead in this set now, 2-1. This is the reset bracket, one match away from taking the dub.
Here's the thing, like, that was so good. I'm just so incredibly impressed from Danny, because there's been 3 games now where we've seen the commitment to EX punches end the round because of the confidence in using that tool. Like, again, yeah, it's not as good as it used to be, but like, oh, it's still so dang strong.
Yeah, it's still one of the best, especially at half a bar, just so potent, a huge damage starter. It's one of those forward advancing specials, and it's going to be potent. Those moves are always going to be potent no matter what in fighting games.
Yeah.
Hikari, though, looking to not go quietly into the night, best believe. 1-1-1, bringing the lab coat to finish the job and really just set himself up to be in prime position. We got the Gogeta and the Vegito assist available. You can see Vegito assist already. You cannot contest me at round start when I have that backing me up.
Yeah, looking good so far. Still knocked down. Wow. Yeah, had to burst out, but Danny now getting picked up. That's so rough. This is going to burn out so much of the sparking time. Yikes.
It's such an even matchup here in this grand finals. I mean, it feels like we're on the verge of a final game, but right now, Danny looking to not let that happen. Was off to a deficit to start this, but it's turning it around.
Yeah, no sparking here, so now it's up to Hikari to weigh the options. Do you want to spark and keep your team alive, but then be an even spark, or do you think you can block it out and immediately chooses a spark?
Yeah, again, I like this from Hikari.
Oh, that was so many layers there too, because had the sparking, so on the side of Danny, you had to be respectful of the cross up earlier. You had to be respectful of the same side key blast. So did 3H, waited in sparking, was super negative, and then crossed up because of the delay. It caught Danny off guard so much, because you steal a turn like that, you're not ready. Like, you're giving too much respect.
So good from Hikari now, man. Really reading the flow of the game, but this has been the MVP for Danny in grand finals. This Gotenks has done so much work. As you mentioned, like 3 games now have ended off those EX punches. Setting up shop again with the Ghost Oki. Does get out this time, and the scramble also goes into Hikari's favor.
Yeah, and you know, you don't have that many more mistakes to make, Danny, in this game if you don't want to go to a game 5. gotta be careful there from the top. Oh, super dash, super neutral. Oh my goodness. Hikari guessed for lab coat. And I mean, it's gonna be a level 3 finish here. It has to be.
Yeah, gonna put her on death's door here. One hit from taking down one character. Gogeta, not that healthy either, honestly, relatively.
Oh, man.
Rush, one down.
One down, 2 to go. Danny potentially making this Gotenks come back to end the tournament.
Oh, but again, the round start Vegito assist just been plaguing Danny here and what he's been trying to do to start these character changes.
Nice. Oh, and you got to reflect on your actions in this fine 5th game. Just cracked at the very end defensively. My God. And you know what? Somebody in chat was saying, yeah, Hikari gets this free, but we're going to a final game between these two in PlayStation Tournament Fight Nights. What a bracket we've had so far. What a set. On the East Coast, it's 1 a.m. right now. Hikari is grind. I mean, he's a young man, so I mean, he's usually gaming at this hour, but Danny also, you know, it's pretty late. Like you gotta get to a point where you're keeping it all together and getting into this last match. Oh, I can hear it. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, sounds like they've begun. Get to the game when we can, because I want to see how this concludes. We got a 2-2 grand finals here.
Oh, there we go. So, oh wow, and we go right back into it. And Danny has already killed Gogeta 4. I was hearing Cell combo the hell out of something. And we sure found out what it was.
Indeed, Danny striking a huge first blood here in game 5. And oh no, Hikari might be feeling the pressure. Swings into it. We talk about how potent the round start has been for Hikari, but that's because of the Vegito assist on point, gets blown up.
God, and you have only one more opportunity to escape on the Vegito. And Danny is definitely like looking so convincing here at the end. Everything's falling apart. And I don't want to break it early, but one more touch potentially for a perfect.
Oh, wow. That would be a hell of a way to close. It's such a close set, too. To end on a perfect like that would be bananas, considering 3-2 in the first set of grand finals. We got a 3-2 guaranteed in the second set of grand finals. But Danny right now in complete control.
It's over.
Down.
Spark? No.
No, it doesn't go with the spark. Yeah, the perfect attack into the sparking. Definitely a TOD starter.
No.
A moment.
Not like this.
A moment in time. We have frozen.
Oh,
the connection has been lost. Unfortunate in the middle of a match. I imagine Danny should run away with it, but you never know.
I think
you think it was
so here's the thing. I think it's because we were spectating and we were slightly behind.
Yes. I think
Hikari rage quit. Or he either I'm not sure.
It didn't necessarily have to be a rage quit. It could have been.
He could have just finished and then left. Yeah. Oh man,
that can happen with the Dragon Ball lobbies. Is you fall behind a little bit with the sync, and then because of that, a match will end, and you'll get kicked out of the lobby, even though the match is still in the middle for you, but it's actually ended for the players. And I do think you identified the issue there, Jake Ryan, because it was looking like a runaway train for Danny. But we are trying to clarify at the moment to make sure we got everything prim and proper, because I do believe Danny is our champion.
Yeah, that would be, I don't know. In that position, depending on what happened, like, okay, it was a rage quit. Got it. Sorry. Thank you, Fathership. Fathership let us know, beamed it into our brains that it was, in fact, a rage quit. So congratulations. Scores updated on the board. Danny getting the getting the reset and getting revenge ultimately.
Indeed, man. Yeah, he was taken down by Hikari 3-1 in winners finals. Scratch, clawed, everything it possibly took to get that first grand finals reset 3-2. And then he managed to do it again, and an explosive end to the set for sure. Just really got that first character. And sometimes in Dragon Ball FighterZ, that first character could lead to the whole team. And it was one of those games. It's tough to be on the receiving end in one of those games after such a long, hard-fought set like that for sure. Big ups to Hikari for holding it down. But today, Danny has reset the bracket, has gotten himself the championship for Fight Nights, and what a hell of a way to go into Thunderstruck.
Yeah, that is so good. That's got to be such a confidence boost. I mean, meet me online, offline. I mean, we're gonna see how he meets everybody offline there, and if these skills can translate, because it was a lot of great play from the side of Danny and from all these players today. So really excited that he was able to take it. And congratulations once again. And I mean, I'd love to look at the bracket one more time just to see where everybody was, how we played the entire story out. And as you can see here, dang, I love it at the end where it shows the 6-4 because it's 3-2, 3-2. It feels different, but I don't know, that number feels better. Like, dang, I really whooped him in that.
Yeah,
six.
True. Yeah, 6-4. That's a good point. Yeah. Getting the 2 W's, that was a hell of a bounce back from Danny for sure. He was looking great in losers finals. Didn't let that winners final shake him whatsoever. I mean, he showed composure, he showed adjustments, just exactly what he needed to turn that grand finals around in 2 close sets to clutch it out both times like that after falling into the losers bracket. Incredible mental stamina.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful event. Absolutely wonderful players. And to have that fortitude and to overcome and just keep that momentum going, it's hard, especially being down in the situation he was before from winners in a 3-1 where it was pretty convincing. So thank you once again to all our players. Congratulations once again to Danny. Very impressed. And loved all the play we got to see today. So, lots of love to PlayStation for putting on Fight Nights. And if you want to be a part of Fight Nights, remember, you got to go to compete.playstation.com. Make sure you get signed up for whatever game fills your fancy. There's so many options. You have Guilty Gear, you have Tekken, Street Fighter, everything. There's so many tournaments. I got my PS5 and I've been signing up for stuff. It's actually fun. I just go under a different alias and I don't play on pad, so it gets really funny. It's like, dang, this is kind of hard. But you know what? Nothing worth doing in life isn't hard. So if you want to be the best of the best in a fighting game, you got to give that effort and, wonderful effort from all our players. Ringe, you got anything to say to the folks before we send them off to the next episode of Dragon Ball FighterZ?
Thank you, everyone, once again for tuning in to twitch.tv/PlayStation. They've been showing us a lot of love this year when it comes to the FGC, throwing a whole lot of tournaments. The Fight Nights is just their latest edition. As Jake Ryan said, Tekken is coming up, Street Fighter is coming up. We had the privilege of starting off with that Dragon Ball FighterZ. So thank you for joining us. Definitely big ups to all the players, all the production for holding us down. And I mean, see y'all next time, and be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Until then, peace out.
PlayStation